Good evening and welcome to the Gfinity Esports Studios. I'm Martin White. Apologies for gate crashing you tonight with no notice. Look at us. Who do we think we are? We're just coming straight into your living room or your bedroom, and what with? I'll tell you what with. We still got one spot to give away for G2. We need one more team. So what do we think we'd do? Bang, surprise, 4-team tournament. Really, really simple. 4 teams, 3 matches, 1 winner. That winner is at G2 in October in a couple of weeks. So the teams we've got taking part tonight are TEC, SPlay, Enigma and Trout. The way this is going to work is there's going to be 2 semi-finals. The first semi-final will be TEC versus SPlay. Second semi-final, Enigma versus Trout. The winner of those 2 matches play in a final. The winner of that final, they go to G2 to compete with the big boys. So we'll see what happens. Before we do that, though, we just want to say thank you to everybody that bought a ticket for G2. I know some of you are frustrated because it's sold out incredibly quickly and you kind of missed out on getting a ticket. But I'll tell you what, because we're such lovely guys here, what we've managed to do is work a couple of miracles. We'll be releasing some more tickets. There'll be some more tickets available for the Saturday, more tickets available for the Sunday. All you need to do is make sure your finger's on the trigger at midday on the 24th of September, tomorrow, to make sure you can get a ticket. So if you go to gfinity.net at 12 p.m. BST, September the 24th, you stand a chance of being at G2, so don't miss out. You don't want to miss it a second time now, do you? So back to business today. Our first semi-final is TEC versus SPlay. In the commentary box today for us, we have Mr. Trout, our very own Mr. Trout, and the lovable Mr. Brice. They'll be doing all the casting for us tonight. So we'll be back to them and back to you just after this short break.
Hello and welcome to Gfinity Studios. I am Brice and I'm joined with the wonderful Trout.
Oh, I just love the way you say I'm the wonderful Trout. It makes me feel
I know some
loved.
bad Trouts. I know some bad Trouts.
Really?
That's yeah.
I don't know many Trouts other than family members, to be honest, but...
Well, they're the bad ones.
Oh, well,
but never mind, we have our first match coming up. It is SPlay versus TEC. Now, TEC, this will actually be the 3rd opportunity for them guys to get to Gfinity. I'm sure they were going to be really hungry to do this one.
Absolutely. They've been really unlucky. I mean, they managed to get all the way to the final in our in-studio qualifier. Online, they had a bit of a problem in terms of connection and being booted offline, so they didn't actually get a chance to have a proper go at that tournament. So hopefully they can make up for that. And SPlay is a good friend of mine, Tabes, who is also a YouTuber, has had the chance to put together a team under his YouTubing network, SPlay. So it would be great to see what this lineup of players can do. Very familiar names in terms of the Swedish culture, and the more nations we can get involved, the better, I say.
Yep, so we're going to jump on board first of all with SPlay and Nixon. Let's see how he's going to play this. Actually choosing to flank around the right-hand side first of all. Probably going to come through Arch, see if he can pick up a few kills or even just put some pressure on that hill. And it does look like he doesn't manage to pick up this first kill. Oh, he does actually get the first kill and gets himself some time on the hill as well.
Oh, absolutely. And it's interesting to see what SPlay are doing so far. Not a lot of them pushing for that hill. It looks like they were trying to get some very easy points and very easy kills off the board on TEC, and it's worked out very well for them. So they just kind of fanned out, picked off kills, made sure they all got reset into some bad spawns, and they've just taken this control on the get-go.
So now we'll jump on board with TEC Mello, see what he can do at the moment, and it does look like they're fighting a little bit harder than I would expect. You're going to see the rotate come very quickly for the second one, but they're trying not to get too many. At the moment, SPlay are taking the majority of points off this hard point, and by the look of it, they have ready set up for the next one, but Robs is the only man there from TEC, seeing if he can hold it on board, and he actually goes down as well. So at the moment, it does seem like SPlay are in a slightly better position.
Absolutely, SPlay are getting off to a tremendous start, but Yemen's one of those maps where the hard points are very easy to anchor. There's very few kind of anchoring points. You can sit in that treehouse for quite a number of different hard points, and you won't actually ever be in too much trouble as long as you can hold it down. So losing a couple of early points in this map is not too much of a big deal, as we see that it is going to be Zebi moving into this hard point. He does get that kill, and they have put themselves back into the lead as they are starting to spawn on that castle archway, and they're just doing a very good job of locking them out so far.
However, here come TEC, and they've just cleaned it out as well, and they have taken complete control. Robs doesn't manage to pick up that kill as we switch to him. Gonna ball with Crazy, he needs to make this kill. Nixon actually gets 2, goes into the hard point and gets the 3rd. Great 3-piece there from Nixon, actually managed to get the hill all on his own. He can be very cautious moving out of this window. It doesn't look like SPlay are managing to hold this down fantastically well. He's actually managed to leave the hard point and leave another player in there. Just snuck out as that player, but Mello calls him correct. But SPlay have rotated well.
Yeah, it was a good little play there by the SPlay team. Great little 4-man streak that Nixon managed to go on there. Very good job, and they all spawned on the castle archway. Just decided to rotate a little bit early. They are doing a great job of rotating, maybe a little bit too prematurely. They're giving up some easy points towards TEC that maybe they might regret later on in the game. We'll have to see. It's still early doors, though.
Sun is now on board with Henke. They have been fighting off TEC quite easily at the moment, not letting them get too close to that hard point. It seems like a fantastic setup. However, all of the teammates go down. He does get stuck as well as TEC manages to clear this one out. There's a good 30 seconds left on this hard point as well. So it's a difficult decision here for SPlay. Are they going to set up for the next one, which is definitely one of them hard points that nobody likes to not be in first, as so many times it's easy to hold this one out. With the jump up and the stairs, the only place you've got to defend, it just kind of makes it difficult for the enemy team.
I think this is where they're going to start to push away. They're very good at their rotations. What they've been doing in the last few hard points is making sure they get a good 20 to 30 seconds on the board. Make sure that the timer on the hard point is moving into that second half of the minute time lot and moving on. In this hard point, it is very, very difficult to break down. So they're just going to hold this for the entire 60 seconds, I would imagine, as best they can do. And they're doing a good job. Unfortunately, Mello's shutting him down. Zebby following up with a lovely kill there, but Mello answers back with a 2-piece. And it's beautiful. He has got his Hellstorm and Lightning Strikes. SPlay possibly regretting that premature movement, and there's another 2-piece from Mello.
Oh my god,
Mello there, absolutely fantastic weapon swap, and the YY gets his War Machine, and TEC are starting to roll in deep.
9 kill streak for this man with a fantastic turn on. He's streaking as well. This could be the turning point in this match. TEC Mello is just playing fantastic. I'll have a quick look at the scoreboard. He's 14-7, 6 defends, 5 captures. Oh my god, Mello.
You can only imagine how hungry this TEC team are. Put down so many times, they've had so many opportunities and come so close to the glory that they've had and just been put down at the last minute. I know how much TEC Mello wants this game. He wants this opportunity to shine. He looks so disappointed after the studio qualifiers that he didn't actually manage to win that. They were so close. 1 round apiece separated them and Horizon, and it just... He is so hungry and he's so ready to take this opportunity.
Certainly is now. It does look like SPlay already on the next one. However, we know them score streaks are going to come raining in, and there's the first one from Mello.
That's not good spawns. That's not good spawns at all for TEC.
But at the moment, here we go. TEC Mello now going to try and push in. What can he do? Oh, he managed to pick up one. He knows they're going to come as well. Doesn't manage to get the second, but his teammates are there. Rob's trying to pick up the kill in the purple. Doesn't get that one, but it looks like Crazy and Realize are there to just try and lock this one down, as it does seem like they're going to get a decent amount of points on this now. 26 seconds. I'm not sure if SPlay are going to be able to break this one, really. I mean, there's a good TEC lineup here.
Yeah, Crazy, a bit of a questionable play there. He moved so far up into construction. He gave away a very selfish kill there, just looking to get extra kills on the board and try and back up those kill streaks, and it looks like it's backfired on them, and SPlay are starting to come back into this. They're only 30 points down. We've just passed the halfway mark in this match. Mello still going strong with a lovely 2-piece. He is on fire at the moment, and he really wants his victory with some great shots there. Throws a safety grenade as well, picks up that kill. He could move into the treehouse to try and set the spawns, but lovely kill there, and Henke answers back to shut him down.
So there's a shot on board with Zebby, and it does seem like at the moment Mello is the man for TEC. He's just doing so much work in them hills that he's just basically dragging his team through this game with every bit of power that he can muster. Now on board with Zebby, they need to crack this one really, because they don't want to get too far behind in this hard point, especially when Mello has streaks.
Yeah, Zebby should have really got into treehouse there and locked down spawns for his team, and it looks like they're going to suffer as they're trying desperately to flood this hard point and stop them gaining any sort of lead that they have. They're about 40 points in the lead now, and SPlay are coming back strong. They're just going to pick up these remaining points and move to treehouse, and TEC have got some bad spawns here, so it's about time that they started to move around and get them in an even worse position. SPlay can start to make a comeback if they can lock this down. It looks like they've got some good spawns here.
Oh, Mello needed to make that kill, but he doesn't. And we're going to jump on board Robs, who's in the hard point. He has locked it down. However, man in enemy territory at the moment. He doesn't really have the support of his team. Fortunately, they're starting to come around. He needs to make this kill. Doesn't, unfortunately, manage to make it. And that does mean SPlay are now going to set up in the hill and get some much-needed time back. 43 seconds. However, we do know that Mello has that War Machine. Is he going to use it now?
I don't know, he might save onto it. They are in the lead still, and it was some good awareness by Henke to know where they're going to be spawning. He is unfortunately taken out by Mello there. Mello with a lovely two-piece. Again, he is absolutely on fire this game, and SPlay have been sent packing in. What they are about to do is try and flood this hardpoint once again. They are doing a good job. They're only 15-ish, 20 points behind now. It's still a very close game with 3 minutes left and a couple of rotations of hardpoints left. TEC Mello going huge again, gets a lovely kill there. Can he follow it up and try and delay them even more? I think he is going to try and challenge. He is shut down by Nixon, and it looks like TEC are doing a great job of rotating in this area.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Mello was just making a nuisance of himself there, actually trying to make sure that his team had a perfect opportunity to rotate well, and realised actually shutting down crazy for some reason. I think it was just one of them hair trigger things, and they still have the score streaks in play there from Mello as well, so at the moment TEC definitely look like they're going to get a lot of time on this hill.
It's interesting because SPlay are very much still in it, and from my point of view, they haven't had the best spawns on this second set of rotations of hardpoints, and it's interesting to see that they are still in it by so little, and they need to start moving and trying to get into it. And I think Mello's a little bit cautious of that, so he might call in some streaks very, very soon. And
yeah, they have really got to be aware that they can let this go very easily now. I mean, you can see that Mello's actually going huge for his team, but they're losing a lot of points where they don't want to lose them. And like you said, the score is actually going to go to SPlay now, even though, you know, TEC have got the next rotation, and in my opinion, they've been outslaying SPlay.
I would say Henke here should have possibly given up that 10 seconds. I mean, the score was even. That hardpoint is pretty much a game-changing hardpoint, this next one in the Mausoleum. So it might have been beneficial to give up those 10 seconds, keep the score even, just to secure that Mausoleum hardpoint. And it looks like we're going to see a huge brawl going here. Mello once again in the thick of it, doing some lovely work. He is making sure that that hill goes all the way to TEC, and they're starting to get a few points on the board and make sure they can push forward. Shut down by Zebi there on Robs, and it looks like Nixon's going to follow in. There's a contestment going in, and it looks like they do have the hardpoint, so they can start to make their comeback. 30 seconds left on this hardpoint. We've still got one more hardpoint to go, and Mello does have that war machine. It might be a bright idea to bring it out right now, as there is a lot of players in that hardpoint. He's got to do something for his team.
Yeah, he seems a bit hesitant to use it, really. He's had it for so long time now, especially as we're going to come back onto the next hardpoint. We've got to see him break it out now. He knows his team's going to be behind by about 10 seconds. Now is the perfect time to use it.
Absolutely. Have we got any kill streaks on any of the teams apart from that war machine? It doesn't look like it, and it's coming to one of the most crucial hardpoints of the map.
Yeah, Mello still not using that war machine. I'm not entirely sure why he hasn't. His teammates are now all around him. He can break it now. Here we go. He should get some decent kills with it. If they get getting shut down, it's going to be bad news for him. And he has. And that's an awful spawn for Mello. He is miles away.
Absolutely. Henke, I was questioning his movement there, whether he should have pushed forward so aggressively at that point. But it looks like it has paid off for him, as TEC got some terrible spawns. And still they're continuing to get in some terrible spawns. Henke does have those kill streaks. This is going to be game number 1 to SPlay. A great start for the Swedish team, and I'm really pleased that this isn't going to be the walkover that we were anticipating.
No, I mean, look at that. Henke's got all his score streaks at the end. At the end, that war machine did absolutely nothing for TEC.
He could have used it on the Mausoleum hardpoint. Had he done that, he would have done a great job of making the hardpoint break for his team, but unfortunately he didn't do it. He was too hesitant. I think he was so in the zone with his MSMC, he didn't even notice what he actually had to use and what he could have done in that position.
He was obviously saving it for a rainy day, and unfortunately that rainy day didn't come where it would change the game around, and so basically it just went to nothing.
Absolutely.
37 kills there for Mello.
It's a great score for him. He did a fantastic job. I think that some of his players might be a little bit upset with their performances.
Realised didn't have the greatest of games.
Yeah, not a great game for him. He was getting some team kills as well, and it wasn't the greatest performance from TEC. It looked like it was more of a one-man band in that situation. Yeah, SPlay just had a great game
overall. They didn't seem to really click fantastically well. I mean, they were just getting outplayed a little bit by SPlay. And in fairness to the SPlay guys, they just held on and kept getting the points, and TEC were just not making the best of some situations.
Absolutely, and I believe the next map is going to be Search and Destroy Express. A fantastic map, lots of different ways you can approach it, and it's going to come down to strategy. In that last game, it seemed a very erratic of what was going on. The hard points weren't anchored particularly great by either teams. There were random and erratic spawns throughout the whole match. I mean, right at the end, you saw some terrible spawns from TEC just because they couldn't get themselves situated in the end. And it created a bit of chaos, which is why they couldn't really get back into it, and why SPlay managed to sneak through in the final moments of the game. I mean, it really should have been shut out. And I said through it during the game that SPlay, although they didn't have the best spawns and they didn't have the greatest setups in times, they managed to keep themselves in the game. And we've seen games before. I remember one of the most memorable games of all time that I have is TCM versus Farrakho at the COD Championship qualifiers, where they were outslaying them massively.
Oh,
they
yeah,
did
100%.
everything right, but what won the game was the points on the board at the end of the day, and Farrakho did a great job of doing it.
I mean, sometimes if you can not make the kills, but if you're in a hard point for long enough, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can drop a 40 bomb, but if you don't get 40 points to your name, then it really doesn't matter how many kills you make. It only takes one person to earn them points on the hard point, and that's the kill that matters.
Absolutely. And I think these guys are just setting up, but Search and Destroy Express, talk to me. What do you think about this?
It's interesting, this map, the way it's kind of changed. I mean, a lot of people used to go towards the more open hard point. It used to be quite common for that. Now a lot of people seem to rush towards the enclosed one, and it depends really on the team and how they want to play this. I'm sure some teams have the strategy set up. There's a lot of people now not favouring the open sight lines, especially if you're on attack, simply because it can be quite hard to push that bomb. Whereas if you go into the enclosed one, there's a lot more places to hide. You can get in there and you can actually move your team as a unit.
I think that with the more enclosed Search and Destroy bomb plant, there's a lot more lines of sight to get those first bloods off, and it gives your team a huge morale boost and a huge advantage straight off the bat if you can put a couple kills down. And all you have to do is get one kill down, right, let's go plant bomb, we're in, we've got 45 seconds to defend this. With the open one, there's a lot of places for the defense to kind of like hide out and, sneak off a couple snipes or some M8 shots, and especially if you're in top lockers, it's very predictable where you're going to be, or bottom lockers. There's only so many ways you can approach that bomb site, whereas in the other one, you can do lots of different things. You come from the stairs, you come through the tracks right through the middle, come from either sides of departures of arrival. It's very, very more diverse in terms of getting to the actual bomb and creating a bit of chaos for the
What
enemy.
I've always liked about this map is the way the train just completely separates the two bomb sites. I mean, this is usually where you'll see a great 1v3 or 1v2, simply because the way a player will be on the opposite side of the map and all of his teammates will go down the other side. And I said, there's that gulf. You've got to throw yourself into the open unless you come across one of the bridges. So it can be quite difficult rotating around to the next hard point. We are actually just waiting for these two teams to ready up at the moment.
Absolutely, we need them to set up their classes. Obviously, you've got to put your dead silences on. People like to switch out for snipers, and obviously most people who go for the sniper classes usually go with an overkill approach, so you've got to adjust your points and all sorts of things. The snipers...
It's one of them things. The pick 10 system means that you've got to be able to counter everything that they do.
It's
cold-blooded,
lovely
EMPs, trophy systems. They've got to make sure that the actual, they have enough to counter whatever the other team is throwing.
Absolutely. I love the pick 10 system. It gives you so much diversity and so many options when it comes to search and destroy. You need to just make sure that you've got everything you want. If you want to play in a particular way, you want to rush a bomb site as quickly as possible, you want to move to a certain area, you want to play a more supporting role, you pick your classes around that, so you don't need your lightweight, or if you're not going to be getting right onto the bomb site, you don't need your flak jacket, or if you are running to a bomb site, you want your extreme conditioning quickly. If you're afraid that there's a lot of different corners you might be moving in and out, especially if you're the last person left, you want to have dexterity, so if you do get surprised, you can make sure you drop them very, very quickly.
Yeah, I completely agree. We actually just got a message from Realise there who said 30-0 on Anchor, get your notebook out. I don't think that played out quite as that for him actually on that map. I think that was sent before the game.
It must have been, because we certainly didn't see a 30-0 from TEC Realise there. So, but I think we are in fact ready to go.
Yes.
All teams are assigned. They have in fact both got coaches. What do you think about coaches joining?
I actually think coaches are a very important part of the game now. It's one of them things that people have questioned in the past, saying, what does this guy actually do? And everybody knows that Call of Duty is very much a hype game. It's very much on the day. You need to keep your head up and get your mind straight. So coaches actually bring a lot of that. I mean, not all of them give their team tips on what actually to do in game, but more the moral support and the fact they can actually hype their team up to a massive percentage.
I understand the hype online in that sense, but online mostly when it comes to tactics and pointing things out, I don't see a huge benefit from them. When it comes more to actually at LAN, where you can see all four screens, and sometimes players might forget to say something like, I've spawned here, or they've spawned there, or I've died here, or this person's got that, or this person's done this. I get that from a coach, just to say and reinforce it and pick up those things that others aren't picking up. But online, you can't switch between players and see all those screens at the same time quickly enough, as we see Zebby picking up a very easy kill on Mello, and TEC just seem to be dwindling down. Actually, in fact, we've got Zebby on his own. He's on a 2-kill streak. Can he pick up the third? No, he's put shots down. He's going to move away. It is a 2v2 situation, in fact, and Zebby is locking down those lockers. We've got breaking on the back archway, and TEC are just going to see if this pans out for them. They're playing very, very defensive.
Yeah, let's see what he can do. I mean, at the moment, it looks like, there you go, he's going to go for a bomb. However, he just got tagged twice now. Once with the tactical, once with the lethal. So he's actually moved away, and it does seem like the TEC player hasn't seen him. However, he's going to get in behind, and there we go. TEC managing to pick up the last 2 kills in quick succession there. We'll see the final kill cam. He does realise see his feet. No, he doesn't. He just calls it completely correctly and just drops him in the back, and his teammate obviously picking up the other kill. TEC now 1-0 behind in series score, but they are now one
I
up
have to question
in
breaking
round.
there. It was not the best positioning from both the SPlay guys. I mean, they're so separated in that situation. The fact that he was going for a bomb plant without any backup in that situation was not great, and it looks like we're going to see probably the game ended because there is something wrong with the settings, I'm assuming.
I am assuming that as well. I'm not entirely sure what is wrong. I'm sure we'll find out. But
yeah, in that situation, I thought that breaking, he didn't have a great position. He was so far back from his teammate, left them completely stranded, and the fact that they went for the bomb plant in a 2v2 situation was not the best idea. I mean, he had that grenade tagged on him, he had that stun grenade on him, and if breaking had been anywhere near it, he could have called out anything that was going on, tried to get him to safety or put some covering fire down just to avoid casualties, and unfortunately they were completely out of the zone from each other, and it ended in a loss for them.
I know what's wrong. It is the dynamic.
The dynamic, yeah. I was thinking it's one of those things you don't always expect, because there's very few maps in competitive that actually has dynamic elements on, so Express being one of those exceptions. I had to make sure I've remembered that in the past, and I remember setting up a search and destroy on Express, and everyone was just absolutely laying into me. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't usually. It's one of those things everyone says. I don't usually host these games.
Yeah, and you can occasionally miss small things like that. I mean, there's an awful lot of options now. I mean, there's like 4 separate ones just for the different modes.
I think it's
and
the
stuff.
fact that most of them you don't even need. Like, you don't need to change half the settings in there, especially if you're like Hardpoint. The rules are pretty much standard. The only ones that really involve any sort of movement is search and destroy and capture the flag. So it can be a little bit. You can forget sometimes, and obviously the infamous "I've never hosted, my friend always hosts the game" and all that kind of stuff. So we're just
at the moment they're
rules.
actually waiting for a ruling on that one, because the dynamic map elements are on, and technically because that's our fault. We have to figure out a call there. I'm sure our admins are rushing to it right at the moment, just to find out what the actual call will be that on, because they are just talking about it at the moment, and apparently we're going for a fresh restart. So
okay, it's perfectly understandable in that sense. I mean, SPlay saved by the bell in that one. They didn't have a great job. Potentially they might think about that and, you know, move forward with that kind of thing. So it's interesting, those kind of situations where something like that comes into play, and it could give your team that much more advantage. Let's say this goes to 5-5, you know.
Well, we've had it before at tournaments, where we're like, oh, there's something wrong with the game, or something's wrong with some of the Xboxes, and the problem is that in between rounds you've got the players trying to communicate with the admins and go, what do we do here? And we're like, well, we have to check that both teams are accepting this restart. Quite simple. A lot of times it's just, that's quite simple, but then you have to take into account score streaks now. You're like, oh, well, he's now got an RCXD and we're not going to have it, so then you might have to do something really complicated, like have somebody get a few kills on the map and that sort of thing.
That's very irritating. I remember that's actually happened to me once. I think I killed all 4 people in the first round of a search and destroy, and we've had to restart the map because the rules are wrong, and I've lost my 4 kill streak, which would have, you know, I think it's 425 for an RCXD if I'm not mistaken, something like that.
Yeah, it's something like that. At the moment we're just waiting on one of the coaches to actually switch teams. I'm not sure they're entirely aware of the fresh restart. We are just waiting for them. Sorry about this, guys. We are trying to see what is going on, but they will actually restart 0-0 with dynamic map elements off. But
yeah, I was just saying, you lose that kill streak. Had you got an extra kill the next round, it could have been game changing, and obviously that kind of stuff plays into effect. We actually lost that search and destroy as well, but
And there we go, he has actually left the lobby now, so we will in fact just start this one up then, and that should be all good as far as I know. So we'll be going back into Express Search and Destroy. It will be 0-0 with the dynamic map elements off. One of them hundreds of things you got to change with Search and Destroy from the standard settings.
Absolutely, but does give us a fresh start and a fresh outlook for SPlay. Hopefully they can organise themselves a bit better for Search and Destroy. I'm going to imagine that it's not their strongest game mode considering how they approached that last round, but there's time for them to change their, well, my opinions of their Search and Destroy game, as they're going to move down to this A flag. It looks, oh no, they're sending one Lone Ranger to the very symmetrical starts from both teams.
A bit of a delayed push now. It'd be interesting enough if, who's that has gone? Zebby makes some noise by that flag to try and throw them off.
Well, last time I saw a delayed push on this map from any team was Optic against TCM at Gfinity's G1, and it worked out incredibly well for them, and it looks like it's completely duped the TEC lineup. They've moved all 3 players over to that A bomb site. They've got 1 man on the B flag.
They're being very careful. They don't want to move at the moment. This is massively delayed. They haven't even gone that far off spawn yet, and it has been 50 seconds left.
Had they moved literally about 5 to 10 seconds quicker, they would have had this completely. And because they've managed to let someone get into that top lock,
oh, look at TEC all rally around now. See, this is where we say it can go wrong. At the moment, TEC, the kills going down everywhere, bringing it to a 2-2. Crazy coming to reinforce. It does seem like Rob's is EMP'd heavily. He's now trying to hold out.
They're definitely aware they've got the bomb though, so this is going to be a bit of a sticky situation. They've only got 25 seconds to make a decision, so it's up to SPlay to do something here. They are going to move. They have picked up the bomb.
He's just looking for a kill. He's a little bit worried that if he gets, he's going to get shot in the back. And there we go. Beautiful. Nixon actually picking up 1. It's going to be 1 versus 2 for Crazy.
He's got to get that bomb plant down. There's no time to stop. Oh, there it is.
Nixon calling that one perfectly there. And there we go. SPlay take this 1-0 in this. And they are also leading 1-0 in the series.
It was a fantastic idea. Like, I love Search and Destroy because I love watching teams do incredible strategies. A lot of the time when I watch Search, it's not the most inventive thought-out strategies, but there they did such a great job with that delayed push. It completely threw TEC off. You saw them all move back to the A bomb site, which is when they should have gone after that point, but they delayed it so long they actually allowed TEC to move into that top lockers and give away the fact that they were doing a delayed push, and it didn't work out the strategy very well for them, but they did get the win in the end.
So now on board with TEC. Crazy as 2 of TEC actually go down, making it a 2 versus 4. However, he managed to bring it back. However, it's now 1 versus 3. What can he do here at the moment? Doesn't look like Zeb actually picked up was actually on the bomb then. Now, small problem because Crazy doesn't have the bomb.
And they know.
Yeah, it does look like they know exactly where it is. I'm actually jumping board. Who is that who's looking at the moment? It is Zeb, and that is so obvious on his screen. They're all going to know exactly where it is. He doesn't have to do anything now. They can all just sit back and wait for him.
This is one of the very few simple fundamentals of Search and Destroy. If you have the bomb, sit on the bomb. Do not move from the bomb because you have to wait for them to come to you. That's all they can do.
Because you can just defend that bomb, especially since the bomb is on the bomb site. It should be really easy for this team to just sort of pick him off, and there we go. They have taken down Crazy there. He's now 2-0 display against TEC.
It's one of those things that some of the pros are so experienced. They've seen it all, they've done it all, and they think so much. They kind of mind screw themselves a little bit. They kind of overthink something, and they sometimes forget the most simple and noob, if you want to call it, kind of strategies, which is just set up on that bomb and protect it. He's got to come to you, and there's absolutely no way ever Crazy should have won that, and he didn't, simply because they set up on the bomb.
Okay, on the sticks now with SPlay on the attack. We're on board with Zebby. Let's see how he's going to move forward on this one. The tactical grenades going out, the EMP is over, and they are connecting. Now it seems like they have gone to the A heavy, and they are actually going to outnumber them here. If he can pick up this kill, oh, fantastic there. Now, this puts TEC in a bad situation. Mello has to make a sniper, or at least try and delay them getting full control of this area, and that tactical grenade is going to help an awful lot. Mello playing really aggressive now, trying to maybe just...
He's done for. He's done for. There it is. I have to say, I'm quite impressed with how SPlay have come back into the Search and Destroy. The first round, before we actually restarted, was not the best kind of teamwork, but since then 3 rounds up and they've had some fantastic teamwork, and it's down to Robs to try and do something. Is he going to go for a ninja defuse? No, he's left it, and he picks up the kill, so it's 3-0 to SPlay.
Really not what we want to see here from TEC. I mean, like we said before, this team is really hungry. They've had opportunities before to get to Gfinity, so they can, you know what, 3rd time's a charm for these guys. However, it doesn't seem to be the case. SPlay is standing in their way, and they are putting them down.
I'd love to see SPlay get through, just to see a Swedish team being represented. You get as many people and as many nations at the actual tournament. It'd be fantastic to watch them actually play, and having such a huge team like TEC fall to a fairly unknown team like SPlay.
What a shot there from Crazy.
It would be quite an upset, and I'm sure it will start to raise the profile of the team and also raise a few noses of opposing teams.
1v1 now. It has all come down to this. Zebi versus Realize. Crazy did fantastic with that last round. Let's have a quick look at the scoreboard as they are not next to each other. And there we go. Fantastic from Zebi and Breaking. 4-on-1 respectively. Now, problem here for Realize. Is he going to go for the rotate, which I think he is. Zebi is waiting. And how long is he going to wait for? This is the question.
I think he's probably going to wait about 10 more seconds, spot the bomb, see there's nothing there, and then make a move.
I don't know.
Ooh,
Look, here we go.
Maybe
He's playing a bit cautiously. This is what he doesn't know. He's like, I don't know where he is. I know. There we go. Finally, the bomb has gone down. So now, back to the 1v1. And now advantage to Zeb. No, advantage, sorry, to Realize.
Zebi is on that 4-kill streak. He needs to make sure he stays alive. He could give his team a huge advantage.
Oh, he should come up behind him here. Oh, Realize actually managed to just turn around and drop him before Zebi can pull that trigger. And here it is in your kill cam. Realize that this is the point where he was looking the wrong way. Comes down and just managed to get that kill. Goes straight behind him. One bomb hip fire.
Absolutely. Shouldn't sprint and search and destroy when you're last person.
I think that means that burst may have tore him a new one.
It was an important round for TEC to get themselves back on the track, but it also an important one for TEC in the sense that they shut down Zebi.
They've really got to get their heads right here. They know this is the last possible opportunity for the 16th slot at Gfinity. Do not let this one go. And to lose one map and then to be 3-0 down, this is where they've got to try and turn it around.
Absolutely, and we're on board with Breaking, who does have that RCXD. He's thrown a sensor grenade. Actually a really underrated search and destroy item. I mean,
I used to see Monksy use this all the time.
I used to use it back in about the March-April time, and I found it to be very good. It's actually, it sounds silly, but it's actually very underrated for hardpoint. If you're rushing a hardpoint in a building and you're not too sure where players are going to be sitting, chuck it in there. You can have there might be a trophy system. It depends on who you're playing, but it can be very helpful for rushing a hardpoint, especially if you're starting to let the score slip away from you.
Oh, Breaking actually took his sniper scope out. Then if he'd kept it out for a second later, he would see the person up that top window. And SPlay playing this very slowly. 30 seconds left. There is someone to his left. He's just seen them.
He's just seen his legs.
Oh, but no, taken down the side by Mello. Now SPlay have serious what to do as Mello picks up a 2-piece, and that means Nixon is all alone, 1 versus 3. Can he pick off this kill? No, Robs takes him down, putting bullets everywhere but not actually connecting.
Mello making a vital 2-piece kill there. He saves his teammate, puts Robs in a great position to go up on this train and check lockers. He spots a player from the SPlay team and takes him down. So it's now 3-2 to SPlay. They're starting to let that 3-0 lead go. Can they regroup and get some organisation again? They had such strong 3 rounds, and now they're starting to lose it a little bit.
So they are now jumping on board with the TEC team. Let's see what they can do. I actually jumped on board with Mello. We saw him do fantastic in that last game at Hardpoint. Let's see what he can do here. Now, his team doing a very heavy push towards the A-bomb site. And it does seem like SPlay are actually heavy towards the B. So at the moment, great kill. That kill is now going to give them complete control of this. They're not going to know it, but if they wouldn't planted it now, there'll be no one to challenge them.
Those kind of setups are great. You just having someone to watch your back is very vital. It's so underlooked and so underestimated that just looking in one particular direction can completely change a game. Had he not been looking that way, it would have been an easy 2-piece for Zebi there. But he does look and anticipate that, and Mello's on a 3-kill streak. If he can plant this bomb, he'll surely have some kill streaks.
Nixon wants to try and make this kill. He doesn't manage to get the kill against him. He's going to give his way a position and not make that kill against TEC.
Absolutely, and TEC in a great position here. They are actually kind of a bit
stalled a little bit,
in that lockers, so it's not the ideal situation. They've got 30 seconds left. It looks like Mello's going to get...
they're sitting behind there. Now he's going to get challenged.
Kill.
There we go. It is now 2 versus 3 as that bomb is now going to go down. However, who is that coming to challenge it? Nixon. He's dropped one. Henke's dropped the other. Now it's all down to Realize. He has to defend this. He's got shots on one. Nixon manages to take him down there. Realize not able to do the business when he needed to.
That was just intelligent play by SPlay there. They realized that after Mello had gone down, there's no way they wouldn't want to plant that bomb. A very organized rush there towards the bomb site, made sure that they got the kills they needed, and they get an easy defuse.
And here we go. Here are the final kills from Nixon. He's getting shot at, decides to return fire and actually manages to kill Realize before he could be killed himself. And that actually now puts SPlay 4-2 up.
Absolutely. So they're looking set to potentially take the second map of the series of a best of 5. The winner of this will go through to the final to play either Dominance or Enigma. I believe they're now called Tricked.
Yeah, apparently there has been I think it's Dominance have changed their name to Tricked. So it'll be Enigma versus Tricked, as far as I've been told on my notes.
Absolutely.
But apparently we'll be going to that game straight after this one. But first of all, on board with Breaking, puts shots down with that Scorpion. It's amazing how quick the bullets go in this thing. I mean, look at that. A few seconds of burst and half his rounds have gone. Oh, he gets taken down there as TEC managed to bring it back to 4-3.
Nice kill cam. Absolutely nice kill cam from Robs. Let's see this one more time as he's just baiting them and outsmarting them behind that bench. Picks up the 1 kill and drops the jumping fairy Breaking. He does have the RCXD still Breaking. He's had it for a couple rounds now. It could be a wise idea to throw it out there.
The RCXD is no longer really useful in top flight play, simply because unless you can have it as a distraction and maybe put your whole team forward, you either have it as a really bad RCXD, because picking up a kill with that thing is so rare in Search and Destroy.
I don't think it's more about getting kills. It's like if you push that bomb site on B and you threw an RCXD down, but you followed up right behind it, obviously not so close that you get blown up, but
that's
you use it as your front line, kind of like you would in rugby. You have someone just kind of pushing the line.
You take a gun out of the fight. You take a whole person out of that fight. I mean, admittedly they stay alive, but you're still taking a gun out. You know, one less body to put that pressure on.
You're distracting them, but at the same time, there's very few people who run Flak Jacket anymore in Search and Destroy. There'll maybe be the one of the 4, but it's still, I feel it's still a viable option if you play it right, and of course you are taking a gun out of the fight.
You might as well take it because there simply isn't anything else that low.
Absolutely, but it also kind of gives you that
call
insurance.
From Robs. Fantastic call there from Robs, and that is going to give TEC the numerical advantage now. They have 3 versus 2. They just have to commit. They have to try and think about getting this bomb down, and Robs is going to go try and put it forward, and he does, leaving it as a 1 versus 3. Breaking has to do something. Is he going to try and defuse? He sees one person on the bomb.
Get out of there! Get out of there!
Oh, unfortunate. Not able to do it, but TEC have brought it back 4-4.
Robs gets a kill for his RCXD and gets 1 extra kill, so he is in fact on a 6 kill streak. He's very, very close to that Hellstorm. If he gets that, I can very much see this going into TEC's favour very, very quickly. It is 4-all now. They're switching sides. If he gets 1 more kill, I would have to assume that's going to be GG to TEC.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because I mean TEC really don't want to go 2 maps down.
Oh, the RCXD coming out. Maybe they did hear me. I'm not sure how, but
interestingly enough, he's decided no, I don't want to go that way. I'm going to go a completely different way, and you will actually see someone here. However, like I said, usually shot down really quickly. But there we go. TEC managed to pick up Robs on a 7 streak at the moment. He's 10-5. Also has a plant to his name. Has that Hellstorm as well. He doesn't want to get 1 more kill, just get that lightning strike, which I actually think is the more deadly kill streak, especially on Search and Destroy. The ability to just be able to home in and not really give him a chance to get inside, especially on this map, is going to be fantastic. But he's not going to get it as he goes down, breaking now in a 1 versus... Was that 1 versus 4?
Yeah, it's a 1 versus 4 situation. He gets the 2nd kill, that's great. And the TEC lineup was so spread out, he could make this, but it looks like
that bomb is a mile away.
And Realize are just going to hold hands, make sure they lock down this bomb site. It looks like they do know where the bomb is as well. And Breaking, I'm not sure what he's playing at here. He needs to actually make a move. He shouldn't be too worried about what's going on this bomb site.
I think he's just waiting for a kill. I mean, 30 seconds, it seems like an age actually in Search and Destroy. Now, is he going to do it? No! Realize managed to just completely pick him there. Didn't really have a chance. And there we go. TEC coming back from a 3-0 deficit. Now 5-4. At the moment, you've got to say that it looks like TEC are going to take this one, and it wouldn't surprise me if they go towards the. I think they're attacking this one.
Yeah,
so they're going to go towards the open bomb site. 100% towards the open bomb site.
I was about to say, I'd be very surprised if they didn't take this round, because all they have to realistically do is push that A bomb site, throw down the Hellstorm, pick up a kill or 2, or at least push them back, plant the bomb, and it's game over for the SPlay lineup.
Here they go towards the open bomb site. They are rushing. Robs will choose the perfect moment to bring his Hellstorm in. They don't really want him to get shut down because this is a great opportunity for them at the moment. And they're now going to push forward. They need to just make that kill in the middle, and they have.
I think SPlay kind of know that something's up right now. They've made a very, very interesting and aggressive push. They've actually backed off
here
as
we
well
go.
now.
Can he pick up that kill? He has him one there. He may have picked the wrong person to get. That flak jacket saves him as well. Is he going to try and push forward?
They are going to call those positions out, and just one of the Tech boys
great kill from
sniffing him up, and
Realize.
Tech Realize does pick up that kill on breaking. Now it's 2v3, 2v4 even in this situation.
Oh wow, Nixon actually managed to get that great nade off. Now Robs, he's in a position just to hold anyone who tries
And
to come
another
past
one.
him.
Henke getting getting a nice grenade.
That
there.
has actually just completely stopped the Tech line. Can he make this kill? He needs to. He does. 1 versus 2. Nixon has to try and make this. He doesn't have any more grenades left. That bomb is about to go down as well, and he must know it.
Yeah, he must.
Oh! So close to getting that. However, Nixon, it all rests on his shoulders now. 1 versus 2 as he pushes forward, putting shots down and totally outshot by Realize. 1-1 in map score.
That's an awful position to be in. You don't want to be in a situation like that. And you would have, had he not picked up the kill here, Realize, you would have anticipated that the other person, I believe it was Mello, was going into top lockers to try and finish him off. And it's just not a fun experience being in that kind of situation. But SPlay threw away a very, very simple 3-0 search and destroy lead.
Well, this is it. You got to think that for the next 6 rounds that Tech got, they only got 1.
Yeah, and it's
That's not looking good for the rest of it. However, we are going to set up the next map, which is going to be Capture the Flag Slums, and we will make sure we 100% get this one right.
Capture the Flag on Slums is it's one of those maps. It's very loved and hated at the same time, depending on what side of the map you are. Some people say it's an easier side, some people say it's a more difficult side. It seems when I at least cast the games, most of the flag caps come from the harder side. I don't know why, but I suppose it's just that people are aware that there is that spawn trap on the police car, and there is a spawn trap on the other side in the cage. Yeah, through blue, where it's the 3rd hard point on the rotation. If you can get that, it's a little bit easier to get out of though than.
Wait, I mean, one smoke and you're out.
Yeah,
That's
pretty much. You just have to go around the backside, and it's also. It's kind of that temptation that you're so close to blue that you want to go through the usual way, but if you backed up and went the other way, you're kind of wasting time in that sense. So I suppose that's why it's a little bit easier to get out of that spawn lock. But it's just one of those maps that you either love it or you hate it. And personally, I think it's a great little map, and there's so much you can do. It's a great map for lots of different engagements.
It certainly is. We're just going to say, I didn't actually change the map there. I changed all the rules, but not the map. But as we go on to, let's just double check, it is Slums. Now, who do you think is going to take this one? Because at the moment, I've got to be saying that Tech come out very strong in that search and destroy. And you know what, with how close it actually was on the hard point, I think that might give them the momentum. They might have settled down and got into it a little bit better now. But you know what, we should be able to take this one. I also think Mello has been playing out of his skin, so I think he's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, Tech have been playing very well. Mello's been playing absolutely fantastic, as well as the whole SPlay lineup. They did very well in the first respawn game mode. The non-respawn game modes, they did well as well, but they couldn't keep that momentum going. It seemed that once they had used their initial setups and strategies, they kind of didn't have any more plays in the playbook left. So we'll have to see how they kind of fare up in this Capture the Flag, whether they've got some tricks up their sleeve, whether they've practiced a lot of Capture the Flag, and whether it's their strongest game mode. I think Tech are reasonably good at Capture the Flag. Then it's not their strongest game mode, I would say.
I don't know. I've seen Tech pull off some fantastic things at the moment. The thing that's got to be going through their head is they've kind of got away with it a little bit. No, you know, it was looking a little bit of a whitewash there on the 3-0, but now they're coming back into it. They have managed to tie out 1-1 as we go into Capture the Flag. I don't know. I'm feeling good about this one.
I think it'll be a very, very good match. We'll have to see, you know, just how it goes. Sorry for the stuttered conversation. We're just trying to make sure we don't mess up the rules, because no one likes to have to restart the game.
They certainly do not. Well, I don't understand why you've changed the spawn there. It is 7.5.
It's 5.
It's 7.5.
It's 5.
100% it's 7.5.
Is it?
I'll have a small bet with you now.
I'm sure. I could have sworn it was 5, to be honest.
No, it's not.
I could have sworn it was 5.
Well, we'll have a double check with our admin, who I'm sure will be able to bring that up for us just now. But I'm fairly certain it's 7.5.
7.5 seems like a very, very long time.
It is a long time. You've got to get that flag away.
I'm dead sure it's 5.
Well, I might be wrong. I might have got that wrong. I'm sure I've always set it up as 7.5. I'm sure I set it up yesterday as 7.5. Yesterday, yeah. But never mind. Like I said, guys, just bear with us. We are waiting for the two teams just to be all completely ready, and then we will start it. At the moment, I'm kind of interested to see how the stream chat's going. Who they think's going to win this one, SPlay or TEC? Stick it in the stream chat now. We will have a little look, and oh no, I actually got that wrong.
I knew it was 5. It's all right, Bryce. You've only been casting this game for a year?
I could have sworn.
No, I've done that before. Left it on 7.5, and everyone's like, "This spawn delay is very long."
Fairness, that is the first time I've set up a game for
Because you could walk from one end of the map at the beginning, kill everyone, and then pick up the flag and go within that 7.5 seconds.
You can't. How fast are the flag runs in your game? 7.5 seconds, honestly.
On the flash.
But never mind, here we go. Capture the flag on slums with the correct spawn settings. And we'll see how that gets underway.
We're going to be starting off. Who should we spectate first? I think we should spectate the SPlay lineup. We haven't really seen them play before.
I'm still embarrassed. So I can't believe I got the score wrong.
It's alright, Bryce. We all make mistakes. We can't all be like, amazing people. But anyway, we are on board with SPlay Nixon. He's rocking that AN94. He's going to move up to the brick side. And it looks like a very slow push from the TEC lineup. I think they've obviously never played the SPlay lineup before, and they're just trying to get a feel for what they're doing, and they know that they're on the stronger side, so they can make a little bit of a more delayed push, pick up a few kills, and then move forward. And it looks like that's the strategy that they're choosing to employ, as kills are going down all fronts. TEC picking up the more important ones, but Nixon shuts him down before he can pick up that flag.
Okay, now on board with Joe Roberts. He's trying to make a push with his team. At the moment, there is actually a little bit of support for him. Gets shot there, but Realize manages to clean it up. However, they are heavily outnumbered in here. Rob's now going to go for it. He has men all around him, though. He doesn't manage to get that kill, and it does seem like the pressure has been deflected. Zebby, though, getting shot in the back. Wow, TEC are playing aggressive at the moment, but it's not really coming off for them.
They are getting some incredibly good positions. SPlay are not getting the strongest of spawns right now. They're very much on the back foot, and it's literally they're holding on to this flag by the skin of their teeth. They really don't want to let it go, and it's been on a couple of occasions almost completely gone. Surely we must see some sort of flag pull soon. They are just completely...
Oh, what a shot by Mello!
Mello is having the game of his life right now. He is absolutely playing mental.
Oh, Dolphin dive across to get away. Can he make it through blue? And he does. And his team have cut-offs for him. And this should be a flag away.
That is a fantastic grenade, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. We're going to see one SPlay member, Henke, try and make an effort. That's not going to work out. And that's going to be 1-0 to TEC. Some progressively aggressive, getting there, eventually pulling the flag away.
Oh yeah, they just kept the pressure on, and eventually, we have said it before, you can't actually dig in to defend on capture the flag, simply because eventually you'll just get pushed out and out and out, and that's actually what TEC did. They just went, we're going to have so much map control that even if you kill us all, we'll be back in a second.
Absolutely, and it looks like TEC are doing just a good job of holding down the setup for this strong spawn lock. Some smoke's completely thrown him out. He has picked up the flag, picks up a kill, and he is shut down. So SPlay might live to see another day in this point. Yeah, and they do return that flag. Rob's just choking a couple shots there, picks up the kill on Zebby anyway. What we're going to see here, it looks like the SPlay members moving up through bricks. We've got one rotating around to blue. Rob's getting a little bit too happy there, does get shut down. We're going to see Zebby charge forward. That's Henke, in fact, and he does shut him down. That is crazy. Mello's playing so aggressively well right now. He's got to shut down this kill. He does, in fact, gets caught with his pants down, sprinting, and that's going to be returned.
It really is. There we go. Mello picking up the kill, and that gives back map control to TEC at the moment. And there we go, pushing forward. Mello going to try and hold this one. It looks like he's just going to try and get this kill. Well, you see how aggressive TEC are playing. I mean, SPlay are just kind of being pinned in. They can't really do an awful lot, as TEC are just coming down every avenue to try and cut them off. That flag is away and it gets shut down. And there we go, SPlay taking the pressure off them now. Chance to actually move across the map and try and get their own flag.
Yeah, what SPlay really need to do is start to get some map control and some kills on the board. They need to make an organised push as a team, lock down certain areas, get someone on blue, get someone on bricks, get the two players to move up, try and pull that flag as best they can, because right now it's very, very erratic. They're not getting a good organisation, they're not making the kills they need to, and as a result they're dying, they're giving away map control, and they're getting locked in spawns.
Most certainly are. Now, Zeb trying to make a play here. Can he get the flag? He does. However, there is someone in the back alleyway. The manager shut him down, and it does seem like SPlay now not able to really get that flag away, as TEC are all up and around their flag. Oh, doesn't manage to pick up that two-piece either. Now, going to see exactly what they can do as they are at home. SPlay and TEC, neither team really in a position to make a flag pull now.
Absolutely, and it's back to the drawing board for SPlay. A minute left in this first round of CTF. The score of the series is 1-1. SPlay taking the hard point, TEC taking the search and destroy, which arguably should have gone in SPlay's favour. They were 3-0 up, but they seem to have choked that. And we're here on CTF, a very well-contested game from both teams. TEC having a much stronger start on this side. We'll have to see how SPlay answer back in the second half of the CTF, but they're doing everything they can to make sure that they don't give away any more flags going into this second half.
Oh, almost got that flag away. And Crazy actually letting someone walk right past him.
Breaking, going huge there with actually a 3-piece. He's on a 5 kill streak. He's got to make sure he can pick up. Yes, he does in fact have the Hellstorm and Lightning Strike, most likely from the flag returns. If he can get that War Machine, it should be a very, very good start for the SPlay lineup going into the second half. And we've only got 13 seconds left, so he doesn't want to die. Just as I say that, he is caught with his pants down switching weapons. Not a good idea to do that in such a closed-in environment. And some kills going down, just some familiarities. And there it is, 1-0 to TEC in this first half of Captured Flag. We're going to go into the second half with SPlay on the quote-unquote stronger side, as they are going to look to try and spawn lock them on the police car. Let's see how TEC answer in this one with a great little kill cam from TEC Crazy.
Yeah, at the moment, I mean, TEC have got. I think they've just got to keep up their aggression. They can
Absolutely.
keep pushing forward and keeping map control of them, and they've got a great chance to make SPlay unable to make their own plays.
Capture the Flag is one of those game modes that just rewards those who kind of play the more aggressive game and, you know, aren't afraid to die. Because if you can get right up the map early, and even if you do die, you have that chance of putting a kill down or weakening someone for a teammate to pick up the kill. And, you know, 5 seconds isn't long enough for that team to get to the flag and back and without being contested. So it does reward those, especially off the mark of the match, to get those early rushes in and try and make something happen.
So it does. Now, breaking, just trying to hold it down. They don't really want to give away map control here, but however, here come TEC. He's trying to get them down, shots down on 2 of them. Henke managed to pick up one, doesn't manage to pick up that second one there. And let's jump on board with realizes he is currently holding down Blue. Can he make this kill? Lots of bullets going down, doesn't actually make it. Chooses to switch to the MSMC, also drops himself. And at the moment, it does seem like TEC is struggling a little bit. SPlay coming on strong.
Henke on a 3 kill streak as well. If I was SPlay at this point, I'd wait till all 4 players are up. And he's got 2 kill streaks to drop down, and if he could do that, if he could drop the lightning strike...
It's hard to always use these aggressively, simply because the area you want to drop the hammer in, so to speak, is always... Well, not only that, but it's also an area you're going to want to push into, so you'll be very careful of not killing your own teammates. At the moment, he's actually going to rotate back to try and pick up that kill, and he does.
Now's the time to try and do something. They've got 2 down. Yep, two down at the moment. They need to do something with these kill streaks. You don't want to just sit there with kill streaks that are just doing nothing, rotting away and not really having any effect. If he could get 1 person down and a good push from his team, he should just drop those kill streaks in the back of the spawn. It would free up some area. It would certainly give away a ping to see where positions of enemy teams are, so they can at least call something out, make some sort of organized push, and then if they really need to, they've got that Hellstorm ace in the hole to make sure they see out that flagpole.
So they have now Rob's just sitting there waiting for someone to come around, and Henke managed to just outshoot him completely, coming around that corner as TEC go on the defensive. Realise needs to make another kill, as he has already made one. Does he get on the head glitch? No, but Mello will clean that one up. TEC still holding on at the moment, and at some point SPlay are going to have to go. We're not going to have the opportunity to use these score streaks defensively. We're going to have to use them aggressively.
Absolutely, and it's an interesting one there from SPlay. They had a great little opportunity there, but instead of putting someone into the blue room, they decided to go for the flagpole, which realistically wasn't going to happen. They should have put themselves on the blue room just to get that spawn lock, keep continuing the kills. And Nixon goes huge with a 2-piece there, and he is in fact shut down by Realize, and it looks like the numbers are in SPlay's favour. They're all spawning in the same position. What can SPlay make of this? Realize trying to go huge for his team as they're all pushing for the blue side. Gets 1 kill. Can he pick up another one? No, he's going to choose to reload and lock down those stairs.
Realize just being that kind of sweeper role to really pick up the numbers here. 23 and 11. Mello 20 and 15 as well. They are certainly outslaying this SPlay lineup. But it's so close at the moment. I mean, both teams could go either way. We've seen SPlay make some great pushes on this side, and it just does seem like TEC don't really want to go for that flag as much as they could do, which is quite right as well. They don't want to leave themselves open to a counter cap, especially since they've worked so hard to hold on to this 1-0 advantage. Realise he's just staying back and picking up kills for days now. Rob's currently at blue and actually gets shut down by Henke. Now
this is the time. This is the time to put some kill streaks down and get a flag cap. Otherwise, you're going to give away another point in the series.
Nixon is all on his own, so he can't really do an awful lot of that at the moment. However, he has managed to infiltrate the rank. Oh, he just gets shot in the back by Crazy. It seems like at the moment TEC just have the SPlay number.
Yep, absolutely. And SPlay need to make something happen, and there's a kill. This is the time. They've got 2 down. Another shutdown kill on Mellow. TEC just doing a great job of picking up those kills when it matters. And that is the big difference. Those kills that are going to stop flag caps are being put down on this SPlay team. And SPlay just couldn't get those shutdown kills on the TEC team when it mattered. And they've got a minute to do something. They've got to call those kill streaks in. They have to. Otherwise, they've got nothing.
However, that flag's actually away. Robs has that flag away, and at the moment there isn't anyone really to stop him. Who's that on the flag? Someone has just managed to get round.
I'm not sure.
Breaking is on the flag. However, he's in a world of trouble. 3 of the TEC members trying to close him on. Can he make this kill as well? No. Robs managed to shut him down, and Robs is going to put that flag away as well. 2-0 now to TEC. 35 seconds left in the second round. You can't really see SPlay doing this.
No, absolutely, and that is going to be game over. I don't think there's physically enough time to do it unless there was a big relay happening. But even then, questionable, and they're just calling in kill streaks because why not? The game is over. That's going to be 2-1 in the series to TEC as they take the CTF. We're going to go to Hardpoint on standoff as the next map, and you have to just say it wasn't the best of organizations for SPlay. They just hold on to those kill streaks for too long, as we're going to see just a little bit of showboating from Joe Robs there as he's going to pick up another flag and move on. But it was a great little display from TEC.
Completely outslayed them.
Absolutely.
100% outslayed them the entire way. They were more aggressive. They had the better pushes. And SPlay just didn't really have an answer for it. They didn't even look like they were going to get a flag away at any point.
Well, they organised it really well. Instead of just having that defensive game played on the weaker side.
I think they realise just sort of float around that area and pick up kills.
They just let him pick up kills, float around at the back, just make sure no one got past that back line, and just have the rest of the TEC team move out and push and try and keep them at bay for as long as possible. Make sure that there were enough players down that they couldn't pull any sort of plays out of the bag and get some kill streaks down that could have easily swayed the game.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. As we're going to actually set up now. It's going to be hardpoint standoff with the correct settings. I'm so embarrassed. You know what it is? It's because I set up the bomb time for the last one at 7.5.
It's alright, mate. Look.
I'm not. I'm gutted.
You're human.
Nah.
You make mistakes.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works.
That's not how it works. Well,
I can only imagine my Twitter is blowing up.
Do you know what?
Blame Brice.
Though good men admit when they've made a mistake, when they've done goofed. Alright? Be one of those guys.
I was so confident as well. I was like,
be one of those guys. I was tempted to shake your hand. I was like, no, I don't like losing money. I don't like losing money at all. But
it always works. Just bet someone, they always back down.
And everyone's like, how much?
Just making sure.
Tenner? I'm not sure I can part with the tenner.
Making sure their settings are completely right this time round. Hope for the best.
Don't worry. Hardpoint rules aren't really that difficult.
Yeah, we should point out that the reason it's not usually hosted by us. We very rarely actually have the host. I mean, Castles never get set up games. Just simply because we're trying to have a fair host.
A dedicated host.
So we are actually having a dedicated host for both these games. So
I found that host is, to be honest, it's not host advantage, it's host disadvantage in my experience.
It's really, well, see the way host works, it's really complicated because nobody ever knows whether or not their internet connection is going to give them an advantage or not. It's kind of like a lottery to see if your router is going to be great for you.
Yeah, because I've played on connections with certain guns and I've nothing. Can't do anything with that gun. Nothing's working, even though I'm seeing the person first and I should realistically be able to get the shots off first. Nothing happens. Switch your gun or switch your play style and you kill everything that moves. And it's just a hit and miss in that kind of aspect. But it's something that hopefully, well, I suppose if you're doing private games it won't matter, but Ghost is supposed to have dedicated servers for at least Xbox.
Well, this is what I've been, it's Xbox One.
Xbox One, yeah.
I'm kind of interested to see, a lot of people, if you do want to tweet in at us, I'm interested to see what people think of dedicated servers on the Xbox One. Now, that's actually going to be fantastic. It's going to take away a lot of connection problems. I mean, personally, my connection at home is absolutely dire. I'm lucky to ever get a 4-bar. But it should be a great thing because up until, Ghosts, online hasn't really meant as much to anybody as LAN has, simply because we know there is a problem with different hosts.
Yeah, honestly, we would rather do these kind of things in a LAN setting. I mean, we do have the studio here, which is something great and beneficial we can utilise here at Gfinity. But at the same time, not everyone's able to get down here for the day and spend an entire day in a studio in London. People come from all across the country. We've even got people from Sweden playing here. And it's just not physically possible to do every game in a LAN setting. Like the online tournament we did, people from all over the world playing. We can't do that.
And the Americans won it.
Absolutely.
The
So
Americans won it.
you just have to question how
That's
much.
what you got to be like. Even though they were 3-bar, they beat every single person. That's what we said. It can be a lottery sometimes. Sometimes it just doesn't matter. But
sometimes organisation and skill just outplays it. But if you do want to tweet us your thoughts about anything we just spoke about, our Twitter is @Gfinity. We have a dedicated Twitter monkey who will be answering your questions and talking to you. He loves that kind of stuff. So
any hate, and I'm sure he'll ignore you though.
As we jump on board with Tech Mellow, they are making a great start as they have got control of bottom brown. No one actually in the hard point.
This is Tech's to lose now. They come back from losing that first hard point, and I think the fire's in them. I'm sure we're going to see Tech put on a fantastic display. Can Mellow pick up this kill? He certainly can. However, he's heavily EMP'd. Decides, you know what, I am out of here, guys. I'm not going to risk my life. Probably going to go around and re-engage on the back, and he has done. And you can actually see, is that someone going for an early rotation? It is Nixon managing to pick up that kill. And
no one's actually getting into the hard point for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on, but we see Mellow picking up his kill streaks.
Just letting Mellow rule the day in this hard point.
He's literally just walked into hard point, walked out, picked up a couple of kills, walked back in, and he's got himself some kill streaks. And that is going to be great to have. At only 1 minute into the map, he's going to have a great little advantage going to him.
However, if you look at the moment, SPlay do have the rotation ready for the next one. However, they are now 21 points behind, so they need to hold this for 21 points at least to justify the rotation.
Absolutely.
Now, Nixon trying to hold it, does take down Tech Mellow, but gets taken down in turn. SPlay not having a fantastic spawn, and does actually mean that Tech get the closest spawn there. Realise taking down somebody on the jump up as they move in, and Tech have actually now got it, and they should be able to lock this down. If they can, no, kills not really going their way. They are kind of outnumbered, but still with a better spawn.
Absolutely, and it looks like Realise is doing a great job of holding that for his team. They're currently 31 points in the lead. It is contested.
Oh, Realise needed to make that kill, and he did. Tech have complete control, the good spawn, and that is forced SPlay to go the other side of the map and try and set up. And Tech have called it. Tech are like, we know where they're going, and 3 of them have come straight off the rotation to get it. And this is going to put Tech in a fantastic position, especially when they're making the kills like that.
They're going to use his kill streaks, all of them, very well. He's used the lightning strike very early.
He's secured the rotation. Look at that. Crazy. He's now in there by himself. Oh no, he's actually going to run onto the grenade. Unfortunately there for Crazy. Joe Rob's now going for the rotation. It does seem like SPlay finally managed to hold it. Crazy actually going down there before he could lock it down for his team. Now, Tech coming in from Joe Rob's. SPlay and Hengi picking up 2 kills. Taking over a tough time breaking into this one.
Joe Rob's just doing a great job of trying to get some kills and delay them getting any sort of advantage on this hill as he waits for backup. He does get his kill streak, so this is going to be a very good game for Tech. Let's see how they actually progress going into the later
Tech are on fire now. They're doing so well.
Ooh, almost turns on him there, but Breaking shuts him down. We got Crazy jumping in. Premature fire. He is taken down by Breaking. So how's Breaking doing on those kill streaks? Very close to that Hellstorm. He's got to stay alive. He's just pre-firing that window. He doesn't want to give up any more kill streaks.
Early rotation from Tech. They seem to
He's going to contest. Is he going to fire? No.
Oh look, Tech might actually come through here for the last 14 seconds simply because they can.
Absolutely, and Mellow, important kill there, and he's on a free kill streak as well. Has he got more kill streaks going on for him?
Interesting enough, it looks
like
he's
got a Hellstorm still. I think he's closing in on overlapping, so he might be tempted to call it in very soon. He's spotted another kill. Can he pick it up? No, he's going to just back away from that as the SPlay member makes it out with his tail between his legs, and he's going to move up that left-hand side. Is he, in fact, calling that Hellstorm in?
I don't know if he is. He's probably going
to
wait
for
a second.
It there.
He's just going to wait. However, he has managed to come around the back of this Tech team, picks up one. That's going to force SPlay to actually split. Mellow doing great work. Hardpoint is captured by Crazy, and they didn't know which way to turn SPlay there. And now he's going to call it in just to pick up some more kills. Should get at least one.
Yeah, absolutely. So he is going to be very, very happy with himself on that 5 kill streak. He's doing such a great job at the moment. Let's see if he can continue into the next game. If they do in fact make it to the final, we'll have to see. But Mellow's having a fantastic series right now. You can just see the hunger in his eyes. Breaking with a great wallbang on Mellow there. And SPlay, you know, they had it back. They had it at just a 30-point deficit, but they've started to lose it. They're now at about a 50-point deficit so far. We still got a whole half of a game to play, so you can never count teams out in a hard-point matchup. But SPlay doing a great job of putting down those kills.
No, you can't. So we're going to jump on board with Henki now as he goes up top. Brown going to try and put down his incoming score streak by the look of it. Didn't pick up anyone up, though. Henki fighting tooth and nail at the moment. Tech just trying to get some more points on the board. They don't want to give away too many points on this minute one, but they know it's more important to go round. And there we go. Robs at the moment has his streaks as well. Doesn't get it. One comes from bottom, one comes from top. Takes him down as well. At the moment, TEC are doing really well to just sort of hold this one. I mean, they don't really want to let them back into the game, because they certainly don't want to lose this one.
What they're doing... Oh! Rob's almost picking up that free piece there, but as I was saying, what TEC are doing that not a lot of teams have done before is using those streaks to just secure their lead as much as possible, using them aggressively just to ensure that that lead that they have isn't going to be taken away by a team just because of a couple lucky kills and a few kill streaks given away. They're using those kill streaks in the right way to secure their lead as much as possible, and I think some teams are just too scared to give away such almost ace in the hole away so early and so prematurely without really any warning.
Mello unfortunately dropping his own teammate there as we jump on board with SPlay Nixon holding this down at the moment. This could be great for them if they can hold it. They'll be able to come back into this map. However, it does seem like TEC are going to come forward really strong, and they have the better spawn once again. But Mello now needs to change his one takedown breaking. He does, gets control of the hard point. They have the better spawn, like I said. Mello going to try and push around and just cut off anyone coming through. He picks up Zed. There is nobody else here, and it seems like SPlay have had to go for the early rotation again. They go, we just can't break them when they're in there. And now TEC TEC called it straight away. Went, yep, we're going to switch as well.
Absolutely, TEC doing a great job of following up on those predicted rotations from the SPlay team. SPlay really needs to sort something out when it comes to giving up on hard points. You know, on the first set of hard points, okay, fine, it's okay to give away something so premature and give away a fair few amount of points. But on the second one, you just can't do that. It's too... Well, you can, but it's too risky.
It's a mathematical thing. You've got to think, if I'm giving away 20 points to the other team, I need to make that back in the rotation. I have to hold it for an extra 20 points, because if I don't, what essentially I've done there is like I said, they've given away 20 points, but that's 20 points you could have earned, so it basically doubles to 40 lost points.
Look at this. That's smart. Actually, very smart play. He was just lying on the very edge of the stairs, just contesting it for as long as possible. He could have stayed there for a little bit longer, if I'm honest, but it looks like he decided to try and get the kill, and TEC are just running away with this now. It's an 80-point deficit in their favour, and TEC realised on a free kill streak, so close to that Hellstorm missile. In these last few hard points, it's not the biggest deal. I would have to say this map for kill streaks is not a huge deal. I mean, there's only so many hard points you can really make them kind of shine for, but it's looking very, very much heavily in TEC's favour. Unless SPlay go absolutely huge on these last two hard points, they are going to find themselves very, very struggling.
Yeah, let's see what they're going to do. Couple of rotations left now. Crazy. Going to go up top. He should be able to break that. I don't know if he's been... I think he has been seen. Somebody actually chasing him there. They're going to know. And he has been called out, not able to do anything. TEC really just going to contest this as much as possible. They don't want to let it go. However, they are dying in droves now.
It looks like SPlay doing a great job of setting up. They're just all in there. They're not going to let them have any of it. This is where they need to bring that back. If they can get like almost a full 60 seconds on this hard point, they're pretty much straight back into it.
It is going to be Mello once again. That's going to cause them to split their fire as they do going to take control. Mello comes in, and that is actually going to completely take SPlay out of that hard point. However, Mello at the moment all alone. He has to defend this door against two.
Mello's positioning has just been great. He's always making the best flanks and the best opportunities of where he's been put. He's been put in a situation where he can just come in behind, pick up an easy kill, pick up the hard point capture, and make sure that SPlay don't move in front with this. And almost a lovely little kill there by the SPlay lineup of Henke, and Mello manages to put him down. So we've got TEC locking down bottom brown. We've got 1 minute 40 left. I don't think it's going to be much for SPlay left in this one. They were playing so well. They did so well on the hard point. They could have easily won the Search and Destroy 3-0 up. They let that go. They only lost the capture the flag 2-0 in the dying seconds, and Rob's with a double kill. Beautiful play there. Is he going to pick up a third? He does pick up a free piece. Can he get the fourth? Let's see what happens. There's only 15 seconds left of this, and it's going to be a GG to TEC. So well
so close for him picking up even more there, and he has all of his... He's going to just bring out all the streaks, surely. Just for the giggle of it. There's a 243 to 139. This is practically in the bag as we have a quick look at the scoreboard. 28 for 19 for Robs. 8 captures, 6 defends. Fantastic play by that man to secure his team through to the next round.
Absolutely, and it's well played by SPlay. I mean, they're a completely unknown team. They've been invited to this. There are a few very familiar players in the lineup, so I would have to imagine this is their first proper bite at a competitive tournament. They played well. They had some incredibly good plays for the hard point. They had some great strategy for Search and Destroy in the end. They just couldn't get themselves over the finish line for Search and Destroy. They let it slip, and then the capture the flag, they didn't quite get their organisation and pushes right. The hard point, they just couldn't break the hard points that mattered, and obviously standoff is one they need to work on in the future. A team on the rise, especially from Sweden. It would be nice to see some competition coming through from Sweden. Well played by SPlay, but even more well played by TEC.
Yep, TEC have managed to secure themselves in a slot in the final. That'll be the another time they're here at the final. Can they do it this time?
Well, they'll be going up against Tricked or Enigma. I got to get it right this time. Which will be coming up very, very shortly. Just to remind you that tomorrow we are streaming a YouTuber show match. I have managed to secure 8 very well-known YouTubers from the Call of Duty community who are going to be playing in a special DLC
competitive
tournament.
showdown.
Yeah, so it's going to be a best of 7 on the DLC. Those maps you'll have to wait and see till tomorrow. It's going to be starting at 7 PM. If you want to tune into that, come and say hi to all the YouTubers and see how they fare up in the competitive matchup. We've actually had a change.
Thrills and spills galore.
Yeah, we've had a change of lineup, in fact, because Item unfortunately can't make it. So I'm having to fill in for that. So you can come watch me. If you think my casting ability is bad, come watch me play, and it will probably be even worse. But still, that's going on. But yeah, this week's going to be Eurogamer as well. I'm excited to see.
That's a busy week. It's a very busy week. I'll be at Eurogamer. Will you be at Eurogamer?
I'll be at Eurogamer. Hopefully, getting my hands on Call of Duty Ghosts. I imagine anyone out there who's going to be at Eurogamer, feel free to come find.
First 500 on Thursday at the Ghost stand gets an Xbox. No, gets a Prestige edition.
Absolutely.
Of the.
I heard there were people at Gamescom camping out at 5 in the morning.
Really?
Just to get the Prestige, sitting outside Gamescom, so they could be first in line to rush to the actual thing. But
nice.
That's that. Anyway, I believe we are going to go to a commercial break very shortly, just while we let everyone set up. But before we do that, if you have any predictions of who you think is going to be the 16th spot to Gfinity, feel free to tweet us. We are going to be doing the live draw very soon. I do not know the exact date, but we will let you know as soon as possible on Twitter or on Facebook.
I can't wait for the live draw
on the website.
I'm actually really excited. I think it's a great thing. We're going to do a live draw of how the teams slot into the groups, and everybody. I hope everybody's doing the same. Like, I'll be sitting there going, just want to see who they're going to work out, who's left, who they're playing against, who's got the good groups, who's got the bad groups.
Well, we've got some amazing teams playing this year, and well, this time round even, and it will be incredible to see who gets paired with who. There could be some groups of death.
Yeah, there could be some groups of death. Some easy walks. However, we will be right back with the next game right after the break.
Welcome back to the Gfinity Studios, where we've just seen TEC progress. They're on their third chance. That sounds a bit rude, but their third opportunity to progress to G2. They've taken that opportunity. They're in the final, where they'll play the winner of our next game, which is Enigma and Trout. So before we head over to the action, just want to remind you that tickets are going to be on sale, so don't forget, you know where they are. They're at gfinity.net. We've managed to free up a few more for you. So many of you wanted to come. So many of you have missed out. You know, like I said earlier on, we've worked a couple of minor miracles. We've managed to get some more tickets released for both the Saturday and the Sunday. So please don't miss out on those. They're available on gfinity.net. As the boys were talking about before, we're also going to be doing the live draw for G2 just as soon as we know who the 16th team is. Get ourselves organised and we will do a live draw. So please make sure you tune in for that to see which teams get pitted against which teams. As one of the boys said earlier on, I think it was Mr. Trout, there could be a group of death. You never know what's going to happen. But as soon as we draw those groups and everything's all locked in, you'll see who those teams are going to be and who they're going to be playing against, and the competition really starts to firm itself up. Everybody starts to get focused, and then we get to the event and we see what happens. There's bound to be fireworks. So again, if you aren't already able to make it there because you didn't get a ticket, you've got another chance. Do that, gfinity.net, and tickets are available for both the Saturday and the Sunday, because we found some stuff down the back of these sofas here. But without further ado, let's go and find out who's going to join TEC in the final. So let's go to the commentary booth after this short ad break.
Hello and welcome to Gfinity Studios. We are here with the second game of the 4-team qualifier for that illustrious 16th spot at Gfinity, coming up soon in London. I am Brice and I'm joined by Trout.
Absolutely, and we had a great little matchup between SPlay and TEC in the last game. Very back and forth. I was actually thinking that SPlay would go through. They had a great hardpoint game, had a very strong start to Search and Destroy, let that one slip. Okay, go to the CTF. Had a struggle at the beginning, made good efforts in the second half, just couldn't get over the finish line. Hardpoint again, they were just completely outclassed. Good effort by SPlay, but TEC take it in the end, and now we're here to see who will face TEC in the final for that final spot at Gfinity's G2 between Enigma and Trout.
So let's jump on board with Black first of all. I've been told they're called Enigma, but they seem to have the expect tag.
Yeah, I was a little bit thrown off of that. That's why I paused. I was like, what's going on here? But well, yeah,
we were told they're called Enigma, but we'll call them expect from now on. I suppose it's only right, unless we get told quickly in the stream chat. But never mind. On board now with Black. Let's see what he can do as he moves round. And it does seem like someone's already rotated. That is actually Wonder, who has moved round to try and get the anchor first of all. Trying to take down Fizzy, does actually take him down, giving his team some points there.
Absolutely, and he's going to do a great job of anchoring this treehouse, as we see a lot of confrontation going down on that first hard point still, and we're seeing the Trout lineup struggling a little bit, getting a bit of a questionable spawn. They're going straight back into the hard point, one more getting taken down. Red's just going to hold this hard point as long as he can, see if he can build up some sort of kill streak. Meanwhile, Luke is in there, he's going to be shut down once again, curse of the commentator. Maze is actually in the hard point, he's vacated it in place of Mac. I'm going to see Expect move to the next hard point.
Yeah, Expect at the moment are perfectly set up, ready for this next one as they're going to start getting the points. However, they have got bottom spawn. It's going to be difficult to hold this now. Can he get the second kill? No, he gets shut down. On board with Wonder now as he's currently in the hard point, just watching that window, making sure nobody comes up. As Trick to pick up a couple of kills. He's going to start coming down to a fight. He has to turn. He's going to be a little bit more wary now. Fortunately, his teammates are there to hold it off once again. This is great control at the moment from Expect. They are just going to hold this down. Their teammates are doing great work. They need to try and take down Fizzy. However, Fizzy takes down 2. He's no longer a challenge, but taken down once again by Luke.
Yeah, Bread just did a great job sitting in that hard point. Just made sure no one could get in it. Just stayed alive, stayed in the hard point, and Maze picks up a 2-piece in that confrontation right there just to get his team back into it. And it's very, very even to start off with as we approach the 2-minute mark in this game. Both Luke and Sal's moving up into that treehouse through the ladders, and they're going to move and rotate round as Tricked have actually not got the greatest of spawns, but it looks like they're going to try and anchor for that building and see if they can get some good pushes on it. As we see, Black is just in there alone at the moment. Can he get outgunned? Yes, he is. And Maze picks up a great kill with the BR-32. Looks like Sowers is going to move up through and lock down the middle of the map as Tricked once again not getting the greatest of spawns.
No, they are at the moment. It does seem like Expect are doing a fantastic job of holding it. They have done this twice now. Sowers just trying to hold this stairs and make sure he can play kind of a forward sweeping role for his team, forming a shield so they don't actually have to challenge on the hard point, trying to pick up a kill out of purple. Can he pick it up? He does. Has to drop down and complete that kill. Can he go up the stairs? There's a small hole there. Unfortunately, he's picked up by his own team. At the moment, Expect are holding this down, and it looks like the rotate is now coming in, so they're going to get another 25 seconds on that hard point as we jump on board with Trick the Maze.
What I love about Black Ops 2, it's been one of those games that I've watched competitively from the beginning, and we've watched it slowly progress into what it is now, and just to see how score streaks have greatly affected the game and how people play because of them is people really underestimate how much of an importance the Slayer role is. Just getting someone like, well, Luke did a great job of slaying in the hardpoint there and picking it up, but Sal was just sweeping around and making sure he was always on the move and not actually being able to be locked down and picking up those kill streaks where he can. It's just a great, great thing to have, and making sure that you cut them off before they can even get close to that hardpoint and picking up kill streaks for your team.
Now, the interesting thing to know about this game is last time Expect had a chance to qualify, they were actually disqualified from the competition before they even got a chance to play a map, simply because one of their players didn't turn up, and that was the in-house studio qualifier where they were unfortunately disqualified from. Also, a little bit of a rivalry between these two teams. Black, having played with Toby and Mac for a number of years, and they actually went on that run, them three, I believe it was Black Ops 1, they won a lot of lands.
And they were at G1, so I'm sure all of these players will be very eager to get to G2. They had an okay G1. They probably a little bit disappointed with where they did place in the end, but surely they've got time to make that up at G2, as it is going to be one of the few remaining LAN events for Black Ops 2. It's been amazing how many LAN events we've actually had, but we are going to be on board with Black as he's trying to lock this down with the Scorpion and M8. He is going to be taking control of the tree house, and he's just going to predict that a couple of them are coming through archway. There's Mac picking up the kill on Black there, and Bread is going to try and pick up a kill. No, Mac picks up another kill on him as well. Sal's just making sure he stays alive in this hard point and picks up those points.
Oh, Sowers doesn't get a turn. No, he does not. And that is now going to give Trick control for the last 24 seconds of this one. And it does seem like Expect they're going to challenge it once again. They know the next hard point isn't worth the early rotate. So it does look like they're going to challenge again, and it does seem like they're going to get this. There are 3 of them coming up against it. They now have it, and they can still rotate with 12 seconds left, giving them plenty of time to try and contest this middle hard point. As soon as they go, Tricked, once again, they're going for it. They know that realistically, even 4 points on this one is going to counteract as Toby gets a fantastic 2-piece. But incoming rotation, and it does seem like Tricked are going to be the first on board.
Expect just doing a great job of slaying right now and doing a great job of anchoring the hard points, and Amaze is just trying to rally his team. He's doing a great job of picking up kills. He's looking for another kill, trying to get some kill streaks on the board so they can actually make some move, but Bread just outslaying him there, and they are doing a great job of getting kills. He's on a 4 kill streak. Sour's on a 3 kill streak. Actually, he's just been picked up and killed. Bread just trying to get some kill streaks to secure his lead. They are 100 points in the lead with only 4 minutes to go.
So now Bread still trying to keep an eye. Just going to try and pick up that first. Doesn't manage to pick up the second one, who's standing right behind him. Tricked, trying to get the points here. There is 18 seconds left on that hard point. The rotation is going on there. It does seem like Black currently has it locked down. However, there is 3 of the Tricked men. That is a lot of men about to come and storm that. You are correct. Fizzy now has control. Toby trying to lock down the top. And at the moment, it seems like Expect might have been outplayed for this one.
Absolutely, they had a great little position there, but
they need more trophy systems in here.
There was just too many people swarming that, and it looks like the entire Expect team are going to be spawning on the market sizes. Trick do a great job of just bringing back the points. They've got a good 45 seconds left, and it looks like they're in a good position to just hold this out for a lot of that time. Sauer's picking up a beautiful two-piece there with the M8. Not really known for his AR skills, but he is a fantastic submachine gunner, and he's just trying to pick up that wall bang on Mac. Not getting it, unfortunately. Lots of kills going down in the Expect lineup, and then I think Sowers has just picked up that kill on Mac, and he's going to lock down that hard point just to continue their dominance in this matchup. Bread doing a great job of just sweeping outside the hard point as well for the remaining 20 seconds. They know if they pick up these 20 points, it's pretty much game, set, and match at this point. All they've got to do is make sure they can get 30 points.
Didn't connect. That must have been devastating for him. He didn't manage to pick up the kills, and that means the rotation is actually going to go this time to Tricked, as Tricked Fizzy trying to pick up Black there, doesn't actually manage to get the kill. Black is still going to be a thorn on their side for a little while longer. Tricked, that is a horrible spawn for them. Fizzy has to hold on for his teammates to try and rally all the way across map, but Luke is dropping the hammer, and it looks like they should secure this now.
Absolutely, they're going to jump into that hard point and just make sure they get the few remaining points. 30 points left before they win. He does get that hard point kill. Can he pick up the second? No, he doesn't. It's contested. Can he reload? No, he is shut down. Two people storming the hard point. Another one shut down by Mac, and that is going to be Expect spawning quite a distance away, but I don't think they're going to be too worried with the lead that they currently have.
No, I mean, they can quite happily go for that earlier rotation. I mean, at the moment, they're probably going to give this one last final challenge just so it doesn't go too easy and doesn't actually allow Trick to go for the early rotation either. I think that's what they're doing. However, he has now secured it.
And it's interesting. You can push that kind of hard point. The next one's indoors, so kill streaks aren't going to be a huge factor going into it. So the early rotation would have been the smart job there. But Fizzy's actually managed to put himself on that hard point. He is surrounded by enemies.
In a bad place. He needs to pick up these kills. Doesn't. Sowers takes him down, and now is all resting on Trick's shoulders. They have to do something fantastic here to try and break this now.
They really need to get in there. May's trying to jump shot and get it. No, there's going to be 15 points left before they win this, with only a maximum of about 90 points left. It's still doable. I think actually now it's pretty much over, and they're just going to make sure they see this out. So it looks like Expect are going to take this first hardpoint game and be 1-0 up in the series. It is in fact Enigma, despite the fact that we have two people called Expect on this team. And there it is. It's going to be Enigma.
It is Enigma. Well, that's a weird name.
Yeah.
Well, they both under Expect, but we have just been confirmed in I think that's 400-inch type on the our little noteboard here. There is in fact Enigma, so it's kind of interesting that they're under Expect, but they're playing for Enigma.
We should have just gone with the safe E.
Yeah,
just
we
to make sure.
With E.
We didn't. We've already had you mess up once today.
Oh, thanks very much.
With your spawn delay, we didn't want to mess up the team.
If you do want to send me some more hate, please feel free to throw more abuse at me on Twitter.
I
love that.
every time. I cry every time.
But there we go. First game there to Enigma, and you know what? They just seem to be a lot stronger.
Yeah, it looks like they just had a better setup. They had a much better slaying ability there, and Tricked were just all over the place. It seemed almost like they tricked themselves in that one with what they were doing. And excuse my cheesy puns, but I do like to bring them out now and then. But
smooth.
It'll be interesting to see how they set up for Search and Destroy and Express. As we said, there's lots of different dynamics to play in that map, and Search and Destroy is one of those game modes that it's completely different to any other game mode, simply obviously because it's not a respawn game mode, but also the fact that it's just one that takes more thought and tactician and in all its senses teamwork, because you've got to make sure that you have your strategies put down, you have people in the certain areas, you move as a team. We saw SPlay make a great start to the Search and Destroy with 3-0. They made some great pushes as a team, they moved together, and they made sure that everything was going in their direction. They dictated the pace of the game to start with, but in the end it looked like TEC were just a lot better at getting their setups together. I mean, they had their tricks in the bag, and then towards the end of the game they ran out of tricks, and they didn't have what it took to get over the finish line. But we'll see how these two teams fare out. I mean, I know Amaze is a fantastic Search and Destroy player. I've seen him play many Search and Destroy games and do some amazing things in the past on Search and Destroy. So we'll have to see how the rest of the teams fare out.
Who do you think is going to win this entire one, Trout? I mean, you've got three of these teams have kind of competed for it before. You can't really count Enigma as completed before because they kind of got disqualified before they could do anything. Who do you think is going to win? Now, we know we've already knocked one team out of this 4-team qualifier. Who do you think is going to progress out of these two?
I can't see it going anyway but Enigma at the moment because, you know, Tricked, they're a great little team, but I just don't think they have the teamwork down that the other teams seem to have. And Sowers seems to be one of those players who's just a fantastic asset to have. He's just, you pick him up and he just does what you need him to do. It's almost you don't have to say what you want him to do. He just does it. He knows what to do. He knows what you're thinking, and he's just great to have in the lineup. So
he's been one of them players that's been around the top for quite a while, and sometimes people massively rate him. Other times people don't, and it's kind of depending on just how he plays. I think Sowers has always been known as one of them very clever players. He's always very dedicated to playing Call of Duty as well. So your team can get a lot of play time in.
I've always watched him stream when I'm sitting at home and I've got nothing to do, and it's always good. I think we've got some wrong settings put in place.
No, that wasn't the wrong setting. Actually, someone couldn't connect.
Okay then. Well, at least you didn't mess up this time.
Well, it's first time for everything. Hey, people at home. Yeah, unfortunately, it does seem like someone couldn't connect there. I think it might have been Fizzy who just disconnected. So unfortunate for him.
Absolutely. We will start this back up as soon as someone is able to get.
There we go. I think Fizzy, there you go, timed out. Unfortunate for him. So we'll see if we can get him back in the game as soon as possible. There we go. We can actually see on the board there he has actually disconnected. And Mac is also on a 3 button. Now, bearing in mind this is a dedicated host, we would, especially with the connection we've got here, we would hope that everybody would be on a 4 bar. Looks like Mac might not be, so we will actually wait. I don't know if we're going to go to a quick commercial while we try and get this player back in. Apparently we're not.
Nope.
We'll just continue talking. If you. Oh wow, that was quick.
We're back in.
That was fast. That was a fast reconnect.
Just making sure that we're all good to go, and we're going to start the game back up as
back into the Search and Joy Express.
Yep, it's 1-0 to the Enigma lineup against Tricked. The winner of this series, best of 5, will go through to play TEC in the final for the final spot at G2. And
I'd feel really bad if TEC got to the final and failed again.
The
last final they were in, they played against Horizon.
Yeah,
and lost that one.
It would be an interesting one.
If they get to the final again and lose, that team will probably be swinging from rafters somewhere, if I'm honest. I mean, after passing up that many opportunities. But, however, on to the Search and Destroy we go. On the sticks with Sowers. Let's see how he's going to play this one as he moves into the top. Oh, no, he's actually playing a bit cautious. Doesn't really want to get in there. He's getting some hit markers. And he's shut down.
Looking in the wrong corner, unfortunately, in that situation. As we're going to jump on board with Amaze, who's actually potentially going to come across another. No, it's Bread, in fact, that is making that run around. A beautiful little flank from him. I love plays like that. We're going to see if he. I think he's actually aware that someone's around here. As we see Amaze get picked up, Mac is going to pick up a kill, and we actually saw him at the in-studio qualifiers go huge on Search and Destroy on a number of occasions. So let's see if he can do it again. He's got 40 seconds to pick up 2 kills and a bomb defuse on Bread and Luke. Bread is sitting in the train, and we got Luke just sitting on the bomb. I think they're both looking that way. A very simple kill from Mac there as he picks up 1 on Luke. And Bread has got to be thinking, oh dear, what am I supposed to do in this situation?
Yeah, Wonder is one of them players who you kind of, I mean, at the first Gfinity I was kind of interested to see whether or not he was still as good as he was because he hadn't played for a little while. I actually think Wonder has lost nothing of the skill he once had, and I'd be really excited to see him again at Gfinity.
Absolutely, and I think Mac has just decided to opt for the kill in that situation. I think that a lot of ninja diffuses would pay off very well if they're timed correctly. Obviously, when you're in the game and you're as experienced as this guy, you have to factor in so many other different things. But had Mac actually gone for that ninja diffuser, he would have probably pulled it off. But
it's difficult. It's a very difficult thing, and then we seem to have a little issue there. We had a
sometimes
connection come up, and it's fine.
Everything's good. Nope. Just a little bit scared, but yeah, as you were saying.
I was a little bit scared, but let's jump on board with the attacking team. It will be Trick this time round, and we're going to jump on the sticks with Fizzy and see what they can do. Fizzy, they're going for this familiar A push.
Should be a fight going on in lockers as we see Bread picks up a kill on Toby. We've got Fizzy on the top, and we're going to actually see Bread go out of there uncontested, so a very simple and easy kill given away. Amaze is still sitting at the back. Can he pick up the kill? No, he's going to let it go. The smoke throwing him off, actually removing his aim assist, so he didn't want to challenge that anymore. Bread picking up some shots from Amaze as well. Is he going to predict the run around the back? No, he's not. He's just going to move on and see what he can pick up.
Yeah. now on board with Trick the Mac. He's got that sniper rifle out. Mac, actually one of the first players in Modern Warfare 3 to start regularly using a sniper rifle in Search and Destroy. Obviously it's a lot more prevalent in Black Ops 2 simply because the overkill perk means you can also take a main gun with you as well. And can you see that he does? Mac picked up one. At the moment they don't have the numerical advantage and they got to get ready. Oh, Luke, can Luke pick up the 2 pieces we switch to him? Oh, he doesn't manage to get it. Has a combat knife out at the moment and it looks like he's just running after him. Oh! Well played there by Luke, being the running ninja. We will see that in the final kill cam.
Definitely at this point was like, oh god, I forgot I've got a combat knife. But he goes, nope, let's just go for this.
I'ma get you
into the crown jewels.
That certainly was. Luke managed to pick up the 2 piece there to see it out now. Enigma are 2-0 up in this Search and Destroy at the moment as we are jumping on board with them once again for the attack. I want to stay on board with Luke simply because he's a bit of a stabbing master.
Absolutely, and he is going to run. Look, he's brought out the combat knife just to get to his location a lot quicker.
Everybody knows you run faster with the knife.
You never know, he might try and lunge someone from across the map.
I don't think he's that confident, not quite yet, but here we go. MSMC now finally pulled out, looking for a player as we jump into Codcaster. There is somebody in this area. They are actually inside that room there, but Toby's going to come around. He does manage to pick up Toby first of all, and now it is a 2 versus 3 advantage to Enigma at the moment.
He doesn't actually know someone's sitting in there.
Oh, he's been seen.
That's going to be a simple kill.
It certainly is. Now Black trying to pick up this kill here. There's a player to his left. Oh, he picks him up. Fantastic play now. 1 versus 1. It is Black versus Fizzy. That bomb, however, is in fact down on the B bomb, but Fizzy is actually rotated all the way around as we jump on board with him. Have a quick look to see what he's doing. And he's actually being a bit naughty and crawling along. That's going to allow...
I'm not sure what he's doing, to be honest. I think he's just toying with us. Oh, he spotted him.
Gunfight going on there, and Black gets the better of it. Interestingly enough, Fizzy decided to try and challenge that one. He saw the bomb went down just as he was moving past.
I think he was just thinking in that situation that he wanted to put a couple shots down. Had he managed to get a couple of them, he would have probably challenged it. And in that kind of situation when you're in close quarters, getting a submachine gun is a lot more viable. And I'm hoping that was his thoughts in that situation. It didn't work out that way as Black just tags him before he goes out of range. And a nice little round for Black there to put themselves 3-0. But we did see SPlay go 3-0 up in their Search and Destroy on Express.
You can't count any team out nowadays. The comebacks are always real. Now Toby pushing forward, supporting Fizz, however, taken straight away down by Wonder. Wonder is in this area. Can he take down a second one? No, the hip fire not saving them there. Mac, however, is the last one alive. Sowers managed to pick up a 2-piece, and Black holds it out. 4-0 now to Enigma.
And just running away with it at this point.
It's not looking good, is it? This trick line up.
Black has just got such an incredibly good shot. He just knows.
Oh, look at that!
He doesn't even need to look at him. He just knows exactly where he is. Just holds his shot, and it's beautiful watching some of the ARs. Like, my favorite kind of thing to do is use ARs, and just to watch some of the ability of these players is phenomenal.
It's always very easy to forget just how great these players are and how good their shots are. Players go, oh, it's an alright shot, but then when you apply and do that same sort of thing yourself, you realise just how many times you can actually miss.
Yeah, you think, I've got a great shot, you know, like, the shooting it's only so much of the game, but it is actually so vital to have such a strong and consistent shot, especially
in times we've seen people windmill and throw something away. But there we go, Luke now being a little bit cautious. This time not going Enigma's way. They are numerically outnumbered. 3 against 2. Luke looks like he just wants to pick up a kill, and if he'd seen that, he would have got it. However, the rotation is coming on. It looks like they're going towards A.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the smart choice. They're both in the position. Toby on his lonesome as well, and there's an easy kill. Luke picking that one up, just looking in the completely wrong direction.
Maze has got his number though, and now it is Sowers for a 1 versus 2. Are they going to? There is actually someone on the train there. If he goes for this, Max should be able to spot him. However, Sowers,
he's going to probably try and rotate round. It's going to be a difficult task, and he does pick up that kill on Mac, just completely stranded. Can he pick up this kill?
Oh my gosh, Sowers! Fantastic play there from him. Chooses to go for the shot, and watch this kill cam because you can see how little he actually saw of the guy.
I actually did not see him at first until that point there, and I just know how prolific Sowers is with that sniper, especially on Search and Destroy, and his MSMC shot is just as good, and he did not flinch there, and that's what we're talking about in that situation. You could windmill and completely throw the shot, but he holds strong.
That's when you got to be accurate. That's when a shot counts. You've got them on the head glitch, and you know you need to take it, especially against an AR like that. But on board with Sales on the defense, let's jump onto the attack now, because Tricked have to do something. We are 5-0 down in Search and Destroy, 1-0 up. 1-0 down as well in the map score. Now, Mac has actually been EMP, just looking for someone. They need to try and make a pick. He's trying to put shots down as his red dot sight comes back in. However, this bomb could be down and say, didn't get it, had to reload.
Him as well.
Didn't get the chance to actually finish off the kill. Doesn't get it. Wonderful actually. Was that a 3-piece? He does actually manage to take up one of his own team. But, great play there.
Best 3-piece we've had so far, anyway.
And now it's actually gone down. Tricked Fizzy to keep his team's hopes alive on this map. Has to pull off a 1 versus 2. And
it's going to be interesting. I think they're just going to go straight for the... Oh, no, they're going to keep going.
Oh, that's it. Black manages to take it down.
I was going to say, at that point, you could have probably gone for the defuse and just had someone cover to draw him out.
And there are your final scores. Black, 6-2. Great play from him. Toby not having a fantastic game, unfortunately. 1-6 when his team needed him. And that is an easy 6-0.
Absolutely, and... it's just going all Enigma's way. Let's see how it fares on the capture the flag, but I can't see them losing after such a dominant 2 rounds from them in this series. They are 2-0 up. It's going to be capture the flag on Slums, the same as the last set of games we had. The winner of this will go through to play TEC in the final. The winner of that will get the 16th spot at G2. And we're just going to let all the players readjust their classes and all sorts. But what would you say went wrong for Tricked in that one?
I don't know what it was, right, but it just seemed like Enigma's setups were better. They were winning the gunfights. They were kind of just pulling Tricked apart, and Tricked didn't really have anything to answer to it. They were just kind of suffering every time under the gun. Every tactic they tried, every rush, didn't go their way. They were getting outnumbered, and even sometimes when they had the numerical advantage, they threw it away.
It is that thing that they had such a numerical advantage at times that instead of making that count and making an organised push, they start off aggressive and then just kind of go, whoa, let's just see how this goes. Like, someone would fire a bullet and they'd be like, whoa, don't want to go for that one. I think we should let this pan out as it should. But yeah, you've got to be aggressive if you go for an aggressive play like that. If you push all 4 people to lockers, follow it up. Don't let up and, kind of be a girl about it in a sense. Just go for it. You've got to make sure that these kind of plays and these movements work. You can't just go for it and hope for the best. I mean, and I think that's the difference, is that when Enigma did plays and they went for the aggression, they followed through with it. There was no, maybe this could happen or maybe that could happen. It was just like, if we go for it and we just stick to the plan, if something happens, well then that's just unfortunate for us. But we're going to keep going for it, and it paid out for them. They held their ground. They did what they needed to do. Some fantastic individual plays, especially from Sowers there in the 5th round, and it worked out for them. In the hard point, they just couldn't make the kills they needed, and they got outslayed. And capture the flag is all about slaying people. You've got to put people down, and you've got to make organised push. And I can't see Tricked doing that, to be honest, especially on Slums when you can get spawn locked so easily and give away kills. And defending is very, very difficult as well. So,
yep. However, I think you're right. Enigma at the moment have the momentum to carry this one forward, and they're going to want to as well. Tricked are now on the back foot. They are 2-0 down in the map count, and I don't know. It's going to be a massive uphill slog for them here. However, Toby and Mac may have a few strategies for capture the flag, I have been told. So we'll actually jump on board, first of all, with someone who's SMG. I'll jump on board with Toby. Didn't have a great search and destroy. Let's see if he can pick it up on the capture the flag as he moves off to the back.
So they're going to send 2 people down to Bricks and 2 people to Blue. It looks like that Enigma are going to follow a very similar setup, and that is what First Blood down to Enigma there.
Luke, he's not pulling any punches. He's gone straight for it. Actually pulled the flag up. However, he's going to come across someone in this window. Does actually see him, decides to try and challenge, but no. Actually goes down as Mac is now on a 2 streak as well. And that was an incredibly bold push there from Enigma.
It's interesting. Mac's actually got an MA and a DSR class out. I'm not sure if that's a fail from the previous round or he's actually going to use it, but he has swapped it out for the MSMC, so I can only assume that he didn't actually want that.
Now amazing. Blue tries to try and hold this pressure off a little bit. And it does seem like he may have just held it off a tiny bit enough. Luke is now going to try and pull this flag. There is 2 people there. He's just managed to pick up one kill. He's not going to try and rush it quite yet, as he does eventually get picked up by Mac, but it does give his team a license to push up the map and get some map control as well. They have a line. Wonder gets taken down now. They now know Amaze is going through the back of them, so they have to kind of sweep back and keep an eye on him.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a crucial grenade there by Luke, and Trick just trying to throw everything at them and not getting an organised push. They're just throwing bodies at it one by one to see if they can get it, and unfortunately capture the flag just isn't going to work like that for them.
No, both teams are playing a little bit aggressive here. Mac in a familiar corner. We see a lot of players using this one, waiting for someone to push through in the garage, and he actually picks him up with a B-23R. Now, going to try and see exactly what he can do. He's playing quite passively, Mac, and it is actually something he's known for. Black used to be really prolific at playing defensive. He's always known that, but Black, if you spoke to him, he says that's the way I play, and it does work occasionally. However, using the Scorpion at the moment.
I think if there was a game mode where kill streaks play more beneficial than anything, it's got to be capture the flag. If you can manage to get a kill streak of some sort, you can.
It's an ace in the hole. It's always been an ace in the hole.
It's almost a guaranteed flag cap in a sense.
Well, it's one of them ones. A lot of people choose to use score streaks quite defensively, simply because if someone's running away with the flag and you've only just spawned up, you've got to try and cover 20 yards by the time they're going to cover another 20 yards. So if you can drop a score streak on top of them and make that flag stay still, even for a couple of seconds, it's 100% worth.
Absolutely, and we're going to see Black pick up another kill. He is on a free kill streak in that blue room. Let's see if they can start to get some momentum. They are kind of locked into their spawn as their two-piece goes down. Red picks up another kill on Amaze, so he's just slowing their push so far. Black trying to pick up another kill just to delay any sort of flag cap on their part. He does the wrong thing and jumps and gets taken out by Fizzy. We're going to see kills exchanged everywhere, so nothing really able to go, but Luke is going to make a huge flank round the left-hand side.
Yeah, I think Luke is kind of fed up of being pushed in, and he knows it's a dangerous place to be. If you're constantly pushed back into your spawn, things more than often go wrong. So he's decided, I'm going to be the distraction here and pull this flag away. However, deep in enemy territory, he has to go through an awful lot of players to get this away. Player behind him at the moment. Does he challenge? Yes, he does. Doesn't get that flag away, and the flag has actually been pulled by Toby, but Toby is also taken down. And at the moment, neither team able to get the upper hand.
Luke trying to bamboozle him there. He just he moved forward, delayed his run, and then changed direction just to get that refresh time.
Fizzy, oh wow, great play from Fizzy there, picking up kills, and this is going to break it. He needs to get this back on the right.
He knows someone's there. Shut down, crucial by Sowers, but the flag is picked up by Amaze. He might be able to get this round, but that is Bread running up the right-hand side. Is he going to counter cap? I think he
no, he's decided to play really sneaky.
Beautiful kill there by him.
And he's actually going to lock this down. However, he has been taken down himself. Who is that at the background? Luke, can he get it? No, he can't. He tries to pick up the kill. He's going to get outshot. Oh my God! Fizzy just ruined him there.
Fizzy doing a great job there, capping that flag and getting the kill. So he's halfway to his kill streak. He's got to look on his. Oh, he's going to get sandwiched in here. But the Enigma
Fizzy is now on fire.
He is doing some incredibly good work right now. He's 11 and 10 at the moment, but he is playing very well. He picks up another kill so close, an assist away from getting those kill streaks, which will surely cement the round for them. There's only 33 seconds left in this, so he's got to make sure he stays alive. But it looks like for the first time, Enigma are struggling to get some sort of setup and teamwork going. They are on the worst of the two sides, but they just don't look like they've got much going for them. They're just trying very desperate attempts to push forward.
And there we go, that flag has actually been counterpulled. I don't think they've got enough time to get it home, especially with Sowers in a bad state like he is. There's going to be a person around this corner as well, and Amaze shuts it down and says, no, it doesn't matter, I'm taking you down anyway. And there we go.
Crucial points for Amaze on the board.
1-0 to Tricked in this first half. Maybe not the 3-0 shutout we saw. It's all up to Enigma now.
Well, they are going to be on the stronger side going into the second half. But as I said, they just had some very poor strategy when it came to trying to push the flank. It just looked like they got fed up and annoyed with constantly being pushed back in their spawn. And on this side, if you can give away one flag, it's not the worst case scenario, but it's not ideal. And they got fed up, got annoyed, thought, you know, screw it, we'll go and push to the flag, see if we can get something going, you know, distract them, try and relieve some pressure, and it just didn't work. They just gave away unnecessary kills, they got flag capped, and that was the end of the story.
3 of the Enigma line actually go down straight away, and Sowers actually managed to get that kill up on there, and maybe take the pressure off his team just a little bit, enough for them to spawn back up and rally round. And there we go, Luke now on board with Luke as well. He's going to look to the left, doesn't actually get that kill either.
Absolutely, and we are on board with Trick to Maze. He is going to jump over that wall, and he's actually going to see the whole Enigma lineup spawn on that right-hand side, so he's just going to back off and stay alive for as long as possible. He knows he's close to streets, gets another kill, just needs one more and or a assist to put himself over the line to get those kill streaks. Fizzy's going to pick up a double kill. He's going to go for that flag cap, but he is crowded out, and Luke picks up the kill and the return on that one. And Amaze still sitting behind that that truck, and Sours with an incredibly crucial shutdown kill on him. Beautifully played by him, and it looks like Enigma are going to push forward.
Yeah, Enigma now trying to set up. They need to make the kills here to get this flag away. If they can do it, it's going to give an opportunity to come back in. However, look at the defense at the moment of Tricked. They have players everywhere lined up and ready. They're saying, come towards us, Enigma. We're ready to absorb this pressure, because then we're going to actually pull the flag again.
Absolutely, and we're going to see Fizzy replicate a strategy that Enigma were pulling in the last game. It looks like he's going to wait for a couple to go down. They know they're very much pushed in their spawn. He's just going to lie down, wait for a couple of death marks to appear on the screen before making flag cap. Bread going dangerously low there. Fizzy picking up another kill. I think he's going to pull the flag here. He is in fact going to pull that flag, and it looks like Enigma are a little bit scared and they're not sure what to do. They're going to try and pull it through the middle of the map. Fizzy's going to continue down this brick side. He's going to secure that flag for his team, and likewise Enigma have secured the flag. So it's going to be a good old standoff with 3 minutes left in this capture the flag. And we're going to see who is going to be the better team in this situation.
Here comes the stalemate, and Black has actually been left alone at the moment. Or his teammate's going to rotate back to them. Yes, Sours is coming back for him. Just saying, don't worry, I'll protect you. But look at that. That is a setup there from Tricked. They really do not want to let the flag go away. They are quite happy to play 3 defense.
For some reason on the Codcaster, the flag is not appearing. However, Black does in fact have the flag, for those of you just as confused as I am right now.
That's it. Actually, it flicks between the two.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
But now kind of look. I mean, look at that. I mean, Trick now they go. You know what? We have the advantage in numbers, so we're actually going to play 3 defenses. Send one person out, but there we go. It does look like Toby's going to get the return, and it
beautiful 2-piece by him as well.
They don't need more than one person to go out. They're just going to go for it, and that flag should actually go in. Who is that by the flag? Fizzy, can he get it in? Yes, he can, and that is now 2-0 to Tricked. The game is back on. We could be seeing Tricked win this one. Their hopes are being kept alive.
Absolutely, and Fizzy has got his kill streaks. He's close to that stealth chopper as well. I imagine if he can pick up a kill or 2 more, he's just going to call it in straight away and secure this victory. I mean, even if he dropped his kill streaks now, he's pretty much secured it.
Oh, nice. Especially with shots like that. He has the stealth chopper as well.
Fizzy, my son, you might as well just call it in.
I know, this guy's playing. He's on a 7 streak at the moment, 22 and 14. Also has 2 captures. Incoming stealth chopper as well. It's going to be so difficult for Enigma to do anything right now with all this air power that he has at his disposal.
Absolutely, and it's a great little play by Fizzy. He's been MVP for this round at least, and it looks like Tricked are going to make a last-minute comeback in this series, and they're going to say, no, we want that space at G2. We will take it, and we're not going to let you get in our way. And it's going to be 2-1 in the series.
He's going to run it again.
Yep, he's going to run it again. A little bit premature, but it is pretty much going to be 2-1 to Enigma in this series, with Tricked just saying, we will not die yet.
Now they are putting out fantastic numbers, and that's going to be 3-0 as well. Quick look at the scoreboard there. 26 and 16 for Fizzy with 2 captures. Amaze on 20 and 17. Black only 13 and 18, but he has been running the SMG, so but completely outslayed there. Trick just have the ability to have completely dominated this one.
This is a point where you need a surrender system in Call of Duty. Just to say, let's not waste 45 seconds of each other's lives and let's just end the game.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. You've seen it happen quite a few times, but it's one of them things that some players actually choose to just play it out just to try and get their heads back in the game and pick up the kills and go, don't worry about this.
I did hear that Chewy spoke to Epsilon Shane, and he says that even when they've lost, they still play out those last few seconds, all guns are blazing, just to get that mental factor over the other teams. Like, you know, imagine if you embarrass someone in the final seconds. That might play on their mind in the final, going into the next game. So I suppose it does have its benefit, but I don't know. I'm that kind of guy who's a bit lazy. I'm like, my time's valuable. Well, it's not really. I waste my time a lot. But still, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'd agree. So we're going to go into the hard point, going to the 4th map once again in these two. And it does seem like it could be a comeback is on. Tricked, can they do the business? And there goes the final, 28 and 17. Great play by Fizzy.
Absolutely. And standoff's a very different hardpoint map to Yemen. It's all down to that anchor being in the right place at the right time. It's all about, you know, managing to make the most of the hardpoints. They're not easy to break. Most of them are all indoors, bar one. So you have to make sure that you're in the right place at the right time. You've got to make sure your rotations are good and you can break those hard points in an organised fashion. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult getting your team some points on the board. So you have to make sure you're doing everything you can and communicating. And we saw in the game previous between SPlay and TEC that SPlay just couldn't break the hard points. TEC were just far superior at slaying. They were far superior at setting up and making sure that they had the lockdown on all the hard points. So it's up to, you know, Enigma to kind of make sure that Trick don't get any of the points.
Yep, and both teams actually ready in fantastic time. That was incredibly quick. So it looks like we're going to go straight into the next game. Of course, like you said, it is going to be standoff hardpoint. And it's currently 2-1 to Enigma versus Tricked. And I don't know, at the moment I think Tricked might have a little bit of momentum here. However, in the first hardpoint game, we did see Enigma give him a little bit of a slap, and they just seemed a lot stronger.
Well, it looks like they might still have a trick or two up their sleeves.
You don't make many more of these
I
puns.
love my puns, alright? You know.
Well, you're the only one who does.
Everyone loves
So,
my
let's
puns.
jump on board with Tricked Fizzy, a high MVP from the last map. See what he can do as he moves forward to the first hardpoint.
Absolutely, they did a great job of getting those crucial kills at the crucial moments. Can they follow suit going into this hardpoint as we see some kills go in the favour of Enigma to start with, and they're going to put the first few points on the board.
And now, still back on board with Fizzy. I think that was a smoke he's just thrown in so he can try and get into this hardpoint. Someone can test, doesn't actually get it. I often find it's very much hit and miss if you come in from the top there. Because, you know, if you're one person in a corner, you might pick the right corner. If there's two people, there's no way you're going to be able to win both gun battles unless you've got some sort of incredible reflexes and pull off a miracle shot. But now, on board with Fizz, they managed to take control of this hardpoint at the moment. However, 22 seconds have gone to the Enigma side. And
Sal's picking up a beautiful free piece there.
I think
and
the other sample that he has streaks as well. He's already started streaking. Now, the rotation coming in from both. Fizzy managed to get it. Luke is going up top to try and get this one. Actually managed to get the player from the jump up. Now he's going to be very careful. Has he called this one correctly? There is a player down here.
Oh, that sprint. People just need to remove the sprint button from their controllers because it does more harm than good in most situations right there. Just that extra split second of sprinting just got him completely caught there.
Oh, there we go. Black, though, picking up a two-piece. Managed to hold the hill down. Can he get the third? Doesn't get the third, unfortunately, leaving his teammates to try and clean up and get in this hill. This hill is actually being contested more than the middle hill was at the moment, as neither team can get a firm foothold, as both teams are fighting tooth and nail over it. But there we go. We might see a change here as Enigma Black actually gets a really bad spawn.
Yeah, I think it's just the anchors on both teams have been taken out, which means that there's always one person just flooding into the hardpoint because they've had to run the whole way, and by that time people have died and they've just had to jump in there. Another person's died at the same time and come in, and it looks like Black's going to make that rotation around to the Granny's house. He's going to meet an Enigma player going onto the hay barrels. Can he pick him up? No, it's a very difficult shot there. Can he make it happen? Throws a safety grenade in case. Does pick up that kill eventually, but he is just crowded out.
Massively outnumbered, and it's interesting there. As soon as Enigma picked up that rotation, they just completely out-rotated by the Trick team. Trick went, you know what, have them points. We've contested for so long that we're quite happy for you now to have the scrap points. But here we go, Enigma going to push in. It is now going to be a 3 versus 1 scenario there. And Maze eventually goes down. Enigma take control, and Black has called it correctly. People are coming through the back alley. Oh, is he going to pick up two there? Manages to pick up one. Gets away from Amaze. He's actually going to try and hunt him down, but eventually drops to him as well. Enigma trying to fight for this. Picking up one. There's another player in there. He's got to reload. He has no ammo at the moment. Going around the corner. Putting so many bullets down. Eventually picking up that kill. Wonder now on a 5 streak. Can he hold it down again? He does. A 6 streak. The stealth chopper is in.
Brett doing a fantastic job there. He has literally just put the game into Enigma's favour. He's on that 7 kill streak. He has got the stealth.
Try and stop him.
You cannot see this going any other way. Oh, 8 kill streak now. Beautiful YY cancel on the reload.
EMP is probably the only thing preventing him from dropping a score streak right now. If he dropped it then, he would have got 3 kills. But now he's got the rotation. Interesting to see if he does use one here. It is an entirely enclosed hardpoint, so it might not go his way if he does choose to drop it. But team are going to push in. Wonder leading the way as he goes in first, instantly taken down by Fizzy as Fizzy picks up a 2-piece.
Absolutely, and Fizzy has just been turning it on ever since that last capture the flag. He has started off well. His middle game has been a little bit weak, but he is starting to pick it back up as he is now on a 4-kill streak. So close to those kill streaks as well, and he needs to make sure that he can secure this hard point for his team, because despite how much of an advantage the Enigma lineup have put themselves in, they have done very well to keep the score limit to a minimum.
Look at the scrappy hills that are going on. Both teams not able to just hold down a hill for the full time as the other team comes rushing in to take them out. Now Sours trying to get the last 8 points on this hill. Looks like he's going to, as he tries to engage, actually managed to pick up that kill. So now we're going to move into the middle, and this is where Wonder's got to be thinking of dropping it. And they actually have was that a war machine?
I think one of the other teams have got kill streaks. I'm not sure who it is though.
Let's have a quick look round, and it is Amaze. Amaze has actually got score streaks as well. He is fully streaked. He's dropping the lightning strike as well. And I wonder if Wonder's going to answer back with his own. He has actually brought in the stealth chopper.
Ooh, I was going to say, it wouldn't have been... It may not have been the greatest idea to call in kill streaks. I mean, you do have that 30-point advantage, and it's not like they managed to get a huge advantage dropping that lightning strike. If anything, they've just wasted it, and they haven't got anything to kind of bring the game back. So he's still got that Hellstorm and lightning strike in his favour. They are about 30-ish points ahead as well.
I mean, that stealth chopper is kind of giving an extra gun in that middle there, which is negating a little bit Amaze's war machine. Hasn't been as effective as he'd like, since they didn't manage to get the time back as both teams bringing everything. Wonder has actually managed to hold on to 2 of his streaks as well. Now the rotation is going to prove critical here. Black currently has it down, but there are 2 people about to challenge him.
Absolutely, and Black is in there on his own with an AR, which is not going to be the greatest of situations for him. And he does, in fact, have an RC car on still. I'm not sure if that's a mistake that he's carried through for 2 games, or he just doesn't anticipate he's going to get much more. But he is going to keep going. Bread has still got that Hellstorm missile as he knows they're coming through hay bales.
Oh, great kill by Wonder.
Absolutely.
I'll have a quick look at the scoreboard at this point. Wonder, 20 and 12, 7 captures, 4 defense. Certainly doing a lot of slaying work for his team. Sal's also doing really well. On the opposite team, Amaze, 22 and 17, has a lot of defense himself, but at the moment it does seem like the slaying is going Enigma's way.
Absolutely, and it looks like we're going to start to see a rotation as they've still got 1 person on that hill as well, so they've got about a 30-point advantage at the moment, make that 40, and it's very much in Enigma's favour right now, and, you know, Tricks really need to start pulling a trick out of the bag, in fact, yeah, more puns, but still. The point stays the same. They need to start moving and getting something going because they're starting to lose time and points, and the hills have been so scrappy that they haven't actually had much going for them. I can see them being just as scrappy going forward in this game.
Certainly can now. 40 seconds left on this hill. Wonder pushing forward, but he needs support of his teammates, and he does get it. Black and him both managing to make kills. Now they can think about rushing in. Wonder still trying to make this kill. Is he going to go the jump up, or is he going to continue pushing the stairs? The stairs for him, but actually shot down by someone in the corner. As finally his team take control, it is Sours holding it down. There is 1 player left to challenge him, and he's now going to contest.
He's got a Hellstorm as well, and he could overlap streaks very soon if he picks up another kill. But it looks like the Trick lineup are going to make that early rotation, and Enigma are going to try and counter that the best they can. Here comes a Hellstorm missile. Very, very soon it's going to do absolutely nothing, and as you see, Black still has that RCXD.
Now Luke going to try and push in as there we go. Bread, all better known as Wonder, picks up a 2-piece to lock the hill down. That was 2 very crucial kills there from that man. Now he is currently EMP'd heavily in there, choosing to disengage rather than hold it, but his teammates are there to back him up. Now has boxes locked down. He's hiding behind the pallet, however, he's giving away the head glitch. Still makes the kill. Sours also on a 4 streak. Black doing well as well. Oh no, run out of bullets there, Black.
No, he's just... I'm not sure what happened.
Oh, he must have accidentally pressed Y. Interesting. Or thrown a panic knife.
Something of the two. But, nonetheless, they've still got control of this. There's a total of about 125
This is always very difficult to push from this side.
left. Yeah, and they are about 90 points behind now, so they've really got to step it up a gear. Trick if they really want to do something, but Black is just so strong at the moment. He's just holding down that hard point by himself. They're just going to pick up even more points, and it's going to be very difficult for Trick to do something. But Amaze with a beautiful 2-piece there just to lock down the bottom brown, as Black
still has a
and
Hellstorm,
Crew,
so he can drop it on this one if he wants.
So Black and Crew are going to make a push forward. Sours with a beautiful Semtex into the hill as he's going to move around the back of Brown, and he's going to pick up a kill on Fizzy.
This is the very early rotation if he's actually going for it. I don't think he is. He brings in the hammer. Can he get 3 here? Yes, he can. That is critical because now they can win this on this one.
I think that was exactly what he's trying to do. Influence the spawns onto those boxes and drop the Hellstorm. He picks up a free piece, just completely delaying the time that they can have near the hard point. And they are 20 points away from victory and reaching the final against TEC.
He certainly is now. Amazing, needs to do some serious work. Picking up a 2-piece in the hill. And there we go. Enigma actually have a spawn for the rotation as well. So they might even give up these 14 points to go, you know, we'll just play it safe and not choke this one. We're going to just set up perfect for the next one. Luke decides, you know, it's not that far away. I'll have a little nibble in there. See if I can just pick up a kill or two. Putting down a lot of bullets. Beautiful. Eventually picks out with the last few. Taken down by a maze behind him. Now, Wonder, all on his own inside the hill. Oh,
it's just smart play by Enigma here. You know, like, they know how much of an advantage they have. They can just give them those points and make sure they secure the victory going into the next hard point.
I don't think Wonder was that worried when he jumped down the stairs. They kind of just windmill around. Woo, I'm going to jump down. You kill me, we've only got the win by 5 seconds. So, there we go. Not enough time left. There are your final scores anyway, as they 250 it. 250 to 160. That is tricked going out of this tournament. They've had their chances to... Apparently they haven't had enough chances. Well, they still haven't made it.
A lot of these teams have had multiple chances to actually get into G2, and it's Enigma's real first bite of the cherry, to be honest, and they've done a fantastic job of taking this game by storm. A very convincing 3-1 victory. Their capture the flag game was a little bit questionable for most of it, but their hardpoint and search and destroy was great. But we are going to go to a commercial break. We'll be right back with the final between Enigma and TEC. Don't go anywhere.
Hello and welcome to the grand final here at Gfinity. One of these teams will get that illustrious 16th spot into the Gfinity tournament here live in London. First of all, let's get on board with this game. I am Brice and I'm joined by Trout.
Yep, and we are here with Enigma and TEC, as we're going to be playing Hardpoint on Slums in this best of 5 to decide the final spot for Gfinity's G2. They have both played their semi-final games. TEC defeating SPlay, the Swedish team that are new to the scene, 3-1, and it was in fact Enigma beating Tricked, aka Dominance, 3-1 in their series. So let's see how these two teams fare up for the final spot for Gfinity's G2.
Yep, here we go. Jumping on board with Joe Robs for Enigma. First of all, he had a really good game actually against Tricked last time round. Let's see what he can do against this Enigma.
Yep, and we're going to see Robs pushing. He's going to get taken out by Luke. Luke with a huge two-piece there. Mello trying to answer back to him, but it's not going to be successful. Mello picks up that kill. Almost turns on Luke there, but Luke with another two-piece. He's on a 4-kill streak. He's surely going to pick up that hill and potentially have some kill streaks in his arsenal.
So there we go. Joe Robs managed to pick up. Can he pick up the second? Yes, he can. Trying to move forward. I think he actually only got the assist for that one. Both these teams really going at it at the moment. It does seem like Enigma, is that Enigma? No, yes it is Enigma. Actually do have the better spawn. Joe Robs picking up kills though. And I will point out at the moment it's quite interesting because Luke and Joe Robs both have E in front of their name.
It is a little bit confusing, but we're going to jump on board with Bread as he is going to look down this brick side. He's taken down, in fact, and Sal's still on the kill on the hard point. He picks up his 3rd kill of his streak. Can he pick up the 4th? Yes, he does. Shut down by Crazy. Very important kill by him there.
However, he has actually managed to pick up a Hellstorm, and he's going to be more than happy because they do have the correct spawn. They are perfectly set up. They are also ahead in points, so they could be anything up to 90 points ahead by the end of this one if they can hold it down for the full 60 seconds.
I'm not sure if Luke... Oh, that's a beautiful two-piece by Sowers there. He is just going absolutely mental right now. I'm not sure if Luke managed to pick up a kill streak in that last hard point, but we'll have to have a little confirmation check and see as he respawned.
Nope.
No, he didn't, but he did a very good job in that hard point, as well as the Sowers and Duke picks up that 3rd kill and just shooting his dead body for good measure, just rubbing
I
it
outplayed you there, my friend. You get to sit down as Mello, trying to rally back as eventually he takes control, but shut down instantly as well. And at the moment, TEC are miles behind, a full 60 seconds. They need to get this back on this next hard point, but we can now see the rotation coming in. Black moving around the back alley. Has he slipped through?
Absolutely, he's got that M8 back out, just scanning the area to see if he can pick anyone off. Spots one.
Oh, he called that correctly, but looked away just a split second too quickly.
Absolutely.
Now, Enigma going to try and push this one. It is so hard to push when you don't have the rotation, as you can see. As now points starting to build up on the board for TEC.
It looks like Luke is just going to lock down that
Mello just did a fantastic flank there. Yep. Almost took down 2 of them.
He's been doing great flanks all evening. He's been doing them so regularly on hardpoint especially. He just comes up from behind and absolutely surprises them and then just takes them down very, very quickly. And he gets himself in a very good position very, very regularly.
Interestingly enough, that Hellstorm didn't get any kills, but we've seen it do it before. It actually makes them push into areas that aren't great for holding this. And that's what Enigma took advantage of. They went, that's fine, you push off, we're ready to flood the hardpoint. And that's exactly what they did. They still don't actually have the best spawn, but they're now gaining points simply because they refuse to be dislodged.
Exactly, and you know, this kind of hardpoint is so close to the next one. They're just like, there's no need to make that early rotation.
They have now flipped the spawns.
Yeah, let's just make sure we get these points and try and hold out for as long as possible and see what happens. And it's worked out in their favour as they have flipped the spawns, and Black is just going to try and hold this down for his team to start spawning on him. As Crazy just escapes with his life there, and it looks like TEC are just going to come and try and shut down Black before he does anything too crazy.
Oh, Black can't actually hold it. They're Crazy's on a 6 streak holding this down, and there we go. He's now got streaks as well. This could be the turning point for TEC.
He's on a 7 kill streak as well. He is very close to that war machine. I think one more kill will put him over the edge. Oh, he is shut down by Black in the end. A very important kill from him. And Enigma just, you know, in the hardpoint doing great job. Robs is picking up kills in the hardpoint as well. He's got to make sure that none of their lineup gets into it. Picks up an assist there. Crazy just moving around the outside. Mello's going to come around the backside and just make sure no one's entering through Graveyard or Blue as they start to rotate round for the next hardpoint. Mello's going to pick up another kill moving into this first original hardpoint. He's going to try pick up another kill on Luke. A lovely transition there, Bricey. Well done as we see Luke pick up that kill. And a kill streak is going to be called in. What is it going to do? It does pick up Luke in the end. bit of a waste because there was no one really in a position to try and take that hard point over.
However, they have managed to get the hard point on at the moment. Now, interestingly enough, we actually saw that Enigma have lost their massive lead here. There's only 20 points now in it. TEC managed to claw it back to them last 2 hard points. So it does seem like Enigma have to do the business here. They have to do it, and Sowers could be the man who does it. He is having a great game at the moment, staying alive on the top of the fountain. However, incoming another score streak. Can he escape? He does, and he's going to pick up real. Oh no! Didn't pick up either of them.
Oof. It was not the best Hellstorm. Really didn't go for the intended target, but it seems to have done enough, as Enigma are starting to get their spawns on the back for the next hard point.
This is what they want. This is what they're ready for. Ready for the next rotation. At the moment, though, somebody has actually slipped through the net. Who is that? It is Mello, but he's managed to hold it down a little bit, as it's still going to be about 20 seconds between these two teams. It's all going to come back. Enigma, realistically, they cannot let this hard point break.
This could be interesting right here.
Crazy
Three-piece
with the
Crazy.
3 and TEC taking it down. That has flipped these spawns to what Enigma do not want.
And Luke just chucking grenades and special grenades as desperately as he can to make sure that they can't have that back parking lot spawn. And it hasn't worked out, as Luke has got a terrible spawn and the rest of his team also spawning on him. That 30-second deficit that they are seeing themselves TEC is quickly going to be reversed in the opposite direction, as Crazy's going to hold this hill out as much as possible, and it's up to Sal to try and make something happen here. He's got a great MSMC. What can he do with it? Crazy with a lovely jump shot there. Switch to Scorpion with a beautiful 2-piece on Sowers there. He's on a 5-kill streak. Surely he's got kill streaks going into this, and it looks like the TEC lineup are going to be making a great comeback in this game.
Doesn't actually have his score streaks, though.
Ooh.
And now we're going to see here, because Enigma realistically need to hold on to this one. They've let so much go already, only 25 points between it. They do not want a repeat of last time, where the TEC team actually managed to get 60 points up on them. Now, Black holding it down. It does seem like they have the setup as well. That anchor is finally broken. Enigma have the setup now. It's all going to be down to whether TEC can break this.
It's interesting what Black's doing. Instead of being the guy outside the hard point, picking people off from a distance, he seems to be right in the thick of the hard points, making those kills, especially in this one in particular, just making sure no one can get in. And it looks like the submachine guns are being given license to free roam, and unfortunately it's starting to backfire here. They are up by about 50 points, which is great for them. Black picking up another kill on Mello, and Bread's right in the thick of the hard point, trying to pick up another kill. Almost picks up 2 of them, but just weakens them, and Black is right back in the hard point again. It's interesting to see an AR inside this hard point as well, but it seems to be working out for them.
Famously, he used to be known for being really passive, and I don't want to really say it, but a camper, and he actually acknowledges this himself. So for him to be so far forward, and you know what, he's engaged in a lot of gunfights, is something that we haven't seen from Black in the past.
It could be the teammates he's with that he knows that, you know, some of them like to kind of, you know, go a little bit walkabout at time for time. They're all very good slaying submachine guns. And Black has just kind of picked up a thing or two. You know,
look at the difference in the score now through holding these two.
Absolutely. It seemed like the Curse lineup he used to play with just seemed a little bit passive in general as a team, and he's kind of sponged that off. And then being with this new lineup, he's kind of sponged off that aggressive style, and it seems to be working out so much better for them.
Certainly does. Now, expect Wonder trying to get into this hard point now. Doesn't actually manage to do it, as it does seem like TEC are finally getting some points back on the board. However, the score, 214 to 140, certainly not going TEC's way.
Absolutely, and one mistake that Enigma don't want to make is to try and contest that hard point one by one and just give the TEC lineup kill streaks, especially when we're getting to that latter stage of the matchup when kill streaks can just rain down on these very open hard points. It could be a very crucial error if they give away those kill streaks, but they still have a very big lead going into this spread with a beautiful 2-piece. Black again in a great position right on that hard point. He is going to get taken down as the spawns have in fact flipped. Not a huge deal going into the final moments of this hard point. As long as they can get a lot of points on this next one, they should surely win.
Yeah, there we go. However, they do have the setup for the next one. Not that it's really going to matter. At the moment, they're still contesting, and every second that slips away, it's going to be another second that they can't come back, and they know this. They know they are so close to putting this one out. In fact, I think they've pretty much done it. In fact, they have done it. And there we go. They have won the first map, and let's have a quick look at the scoreboard. There it is. At the moment, you can see Luke 27-25 top frag at the moment for his team. South 26-21, 8 defends. That's the crucial number to note there. On the other team, it's kind of even. Not really anyone doing fantastic. A lot of equal scores throughout there. Realise actually 16 and 17 at the moment.
It's interesting to see how the kills to deaths for all the players were so so even across the board on all teams, and yet the score is so heavily in favor of one team. And it just goes to show that, you know, it is all about the points.
The KD ratio only tells a small
day.
proportion of what's actually happened during the map. It's one of them things they have to kind of drill into people when they first get into competitive. KD does not matter. I mean, we shout about people putting down big numbers all the time because it's great and you show it. But you know what? If you can have 5 kills that mean a lot or 20 kills that don't, we've seen it before. Those crucial kills can turn a match.
Absolutely, and we're going to be going into Search and Destroy on Meltdown as our second map in this series. It is 1-0 to Enigma against TEC. The winner of this match will get the final spot at Gfinity's G2 as Brice just sets up the rules. But Search and Destroy Meltdown is one of those maps. Reminds me a fair bit about like Express, where you've got the two very contrasting styles of bomb sites to attack. And it usually is one of those maps that gets the tone set very early for what kind of map you're going to be in store for, depending on how imaginative the attacking team is. So we'll have to see how both of the teams They made a great comeback against SPlay.
Enigma were the ones who 6-0'd, weren't they? Just a minute ago?
Yes, they were, actually. But in general,
I think they're carrying the momentum through from their last game. They're going, you know what? We've taken down Tricked. Let's take down TEC. You've also got to remember that this team was disqualified from the in-house studio qualifiers here at Gfinity. So, you know what? They've got a lot to prove, and I think they're coming hungry.
Absolutely. I mean, the Trick lineup, they had moments where they were great, but in general they just didn't have the organisation or the ability in the end of the day. So it looked more like a walk in the park for Enigma than it probably should have been. So it'll be interesting to see how a team like TEC, who are very, very good at Search and Destroy, kind of fare up against them, and we'll have to see if Enigma can carry on that good strategy they had in their last Search and Destroy. So we are ready to go. We're just waiting for Robs to set up his classes or do whatever it is that he is doing. Yeah, be sure to check out us on Facebook and Twitter. You know, follow us at Gfinity just to tweet, you know, nonsense and things and insult Brice when he gets the rules wrong. So
yeah, make sure you do that. I mean, I love all the hate that you can throw my way. It makes my day, in fact.
Yep, and I believe we are going to start up the game.
They do all seem ready. Here we go. Meltdown, Search and Destroy. The map's score is currently 1-0 to Enigma. Of course, this is a best of 5, so 2 more maps will secure them a space at Gfinity G2 here live in London.
Absolutely, and we will jump on board with the attacking team, whoever that may be, going into this one. It is going to be Enigma. I think we should jump on board with Black because
okay, let's jump on board with Black.
He's been playing very interestingly on that hard point. Let's see how he plays on Search and Destroy. It's always great to see an AR, especially if they go for the very predictable B push, which seems to be the type of thing he does. He does, in fact, have a sniper rifle as well. This should be interesting.
However, as we can see on the minimap, there is somebody. He's just trying to pick off that first kill. Interestingly, they're switching to the M8 at that kind of range, just to give himself a bit more peripheral vision. Almost got sniped there, but
I wouldn't challenge that.
I think Wonder picked that kill up. The guy died.
Ooh.
Yep. There we go. Mello is now the one in the middle, and he's going to try and push forward. As you can see, is that bomb going down? Let's have a quick look. Luke is in fact putting it down. Wonder needs to try and make this kill. Oh! A 2-piece. However, it is now 1 versus 2 for Realize. He gets shut down. Now Realize, can he do something?
Sowers is just toying with him. It's a game of cat and mouse right now, and Realize just running with his tail between his legs.
He hasn't reloaded, so he's only going to get 3 bursts out of this. There we go. Finally gets the reload, so he has a few bullets to actually shoot him with. Bomb down as well. Can Realize pull off the 1 versus 2? He sees one, picks off one. It is now Sowers versus Realize.
Yeah, and Sowers is in a good position. He's probably not going to fare too well against an AR, but he knows that Realize has got to be on this hand side.
Sowers is patient enough not to challenge this at all.
Absolutely. He's a very experienced player. He knows what he wants to do.
Oh,
Can he see him? Yes, there it is.
Does manage to make sure he doesn't get the clutch.
Realize he had the time to rotate round through the middle. I'm surprised that he didn't actually do that. He could have caught Sowers completely off guard, because Sowers is 100% convinced that Realize was only in that one position, and to right he was in fact there, but it's interesting that it didn't cross his mind to rotate round.
Yeah, interestingly enough. However, Sowers managed to put that 1-0 to Enigma at the moment, so we're going to jump on board with the attacking team, and that this time is going to be TEC. Let's see what they can do as we jump on board with Crazy.
Absolutely, and he is going to run to that bomb site with his BR out. He will most likely pull out the MSMC, with the quick draw. He has got a stun and a grenade out, and that's an easy kill for Luke there, picking him up with the M8 from a distance. Crazy gets tagged in the middle. He's got to stay in sight, and Luke picks up another kill. He's been playing so well right now. It's just crazy how well he's been playing during this game. The whole Enigma lineup have been playing so well, and it looks like we got a great flank from Black there. Unfortunately, he's shut down, and now it is a one-on-one situation. And Brad
easy
with
kill
a
for Wonder.
simple kill.
Easy kill for Wonder there. I mean, he almost caught it, but Wonder decided to come out of the middle and actually flank all the way around, so caught him unawares there, and that's actually now be 2-0 to Enigma in the map score, the map round. Sorry. Now, at the moment, I'm thinking they could do it again. This could be another 6-0.
It could be.
Enigma look very, very strong, and I'm interested to know what would have actually happened if they didn't get disqualified for the studio qualifier.
It could have been very interesting. We have to point out, before we get ahead of ourselves, that online can be very different to LAN, but it's just such a convincing difference in this that it just looks like there could be no real difference. I mean, they're just playing absolutely out of their minds, and their organization is just so good right now. Look at that communication and positioning. It's just fantastic.
Look at the way they just took complete control there. Oh, Wonder picking up a great jump shot kill. Can he get a second? He can. Beautiful. And there we go. I think Wonder's actually got a lot of kills now. We're going to have a quick look at the scoreboard when we come into the next one. Currently 3-0 on the Search and Destroy. 1-0 overall in the maps. At the moment, Enigma are the force to stop.
Well, Enigma have just got such great strategy. I mean, the double flank by them was just absolutely masterful. I don't think on your first attacking round you expect such an aggressive play from a team, and it's just beautiful to watch from Enigma. They've got their number completely scouted, and they are 3-0 right now, and it looks like TEC just don't know what to do with themselves, and Enigma are in the driving seat and just have that mental advantage right now.
Certainly are now. On board with Joe Robs, he has the sniper rifle out. Trying to get that first pick, doesn't actually see anyone, and then we can see there's nobody really that he's going to challenge him at the moment.
You just see how quick Enigma are to get into position. They don't let up. They get in their position as quickly as possible.
Oh, Luke picks up a two-piece. But does actually get shut down from the back by Mello, but Bread manages to go, no what, I'm on my streaks. And he actually has the big streaks on as well. Now, one day if he can get a score streak as well, this could be another 6-0. This team is fantastic at Search and Destroy.
It's just beautiful to watch. They know what they want to do. They have got TEC's number. Instead of switching things up, TEC have done the same thing and gone to the same bomb site each time.
Are we going to see them double 6-0 at two teams? It's going to be
two top teams.
Exactly.
As well. I mean, you don't see that very often. It's beautiful to watch them play Search. They know how to win a Search game, and that's positioning and map control, and they've been putting themselves in the positions as soon as possible. They don't delay. They get in there as soon as possible, and they know once they're all in there, they're going to win it. And their Sal is just picking up the final kill for the 4-0.
Currently 4-0 to Enigma, and at the moment, we wouldn't put money off it being an actual 6-0. They are literally doing fantastic damage at the moment. I'll have to look at the scoreboard again because there are some huge numbers coming out from the Enigma team, and I don't know what to say. What else can you say about this team at the moment? They are doing great. Wonder 6-1, Sours 5-1. Robs hasn't picked up a single kill yet.
Dropping that donut as we jump on board with Bread. What are the Enigma lineup going to do? They're going to play very passively. They must have some kill streaks ready. As to why they're playing so aggressive.
I think they are. I mean, the only person it could be is Wonder or Sours, and neither of them have it. I think this might be a delayed push to make them think they go towards A, but doesn't seem to have worked because they are now a little bit trapped.
I think what they're trying to do is they've been playing so aggressive and good with their positioning that they've just baited the TEC lineup into moving forward, and they'll get past. They'll get a little bit upset with what's going on. They'll push too far, and they had I think like 2 ARs and a sniper rifle aimed down that site, so if anyone stepped in front they were most likely dead, and that's going to be an easy kill for them. And they are doing a great job of just rotating, and I think one of them is just sitting around there just to make sure and keep their eyes on him, and so they can make the successful rotation round to A. As we see Sal's jump shot onto Mello, that's going to be a guy down.
Wonder gets this, he should get his Hellstorm as well. That will be a big change in the map if he can get it. Oh, so close! The guy needs an assist, I think, just to tickle him over the edge. Robs, however, picks up the kill. It is now a 2 versus 2.
Brad needs to get set up and stop running around so much. It could be bad if he does get caught in mid-sprint, but Sal's picks up a kill. Can he pick up the two-piece? Let's see if he can. He is just looking for him. He knows he's lurking around. The guy is in the bomb site. What is he going to do? It is Rob's all on his own. He's got to try and pull out something magical to save his team there. Checking the bomb. Nothing seen. He is going to get tagged up. Rob's, can he pick up the 3 versus 1 clutch?
Oh,
yes, he does! Beautiful by Rob's. That was just... great play on his part. Very, very questionable from Enigma to separate so much there. You think about it, you've got 3 players, you've got 3 entrances. What do? You man up on those entrances and you stop them from getting in. That's all you need to do. And unfortunately, I think Enigma got a little bit too happy with themselves and just let that one slip. But it's not going to be a huge deal at 4-1.
No, however, the huge deal in that scenario is that I don't believe Wonder got his score streaks. He was probably imagine if they had won that round, he would have
been a guaranteed win.
I would have had his score streaks, and he would have been 5-0 up. So unfortunately, it's not going to be a 6-0. We are actually going to see this go a little bit further now.
Robs has his RCXD. That could be crucial. You made a point that they're not as useful as they used to be. It could be worthwhile on a map like this, but we'll have to see how it all pans out. Rob's hard scope in the bomb site. He is picked up by Luke.
Luke's a bit quicker.
Luke is just playing absolutely out of his mind today. He is doing so well, just switching between MSMC or MA. It doesn't matter. He's going to pick up the kills anyway, and that's an easy kill for the Enigma lineup as they move in on this defense, and they're going to push forward and see what they can make. Yeah,
at the moment they're all being a bit cautious, and we have got Mello going forward at the moment. Just trying to see. There is a person actually round this corner. Mello playing a little bit cautious at the moment. Time slowly ticking away. Still plenty though. 45 seconds. Just over half gone. Now Mello looking for a kill himself. There is an engagement going on in the middle. Crazy actually gets tagged in that one. Mello's in a bit of a bad position. There is a player above him. Is he going to get chased?
He's going to cut him off. No, he's not. He's actually
look at these players. It's just neither team wants to really commit. But there we go. Now Luke actually gets taken down by Realise. It's now 3 versus 3. 23 seconds left though.
That's got to be an alarm bell ringing that they're going to go to the B bomb site, but they have delayed themselves a little bit. They're just being very cautious about this. Don't want to give away any more kills and give them any momentum going forward.
Wonder does have a tactical grenade left. Sowers, however, takes down Crazy, bringing this to a 2 versus 3 advantage. Enigma. They have to figure out a way to break in, and there is actually a person up there. He actually does tag him with that tactical grenade as well.
I think they've just got to flood that top podium to make sure Sowers with a beautiful kill there.
3.
All they need to do is just flood it as much as possible and make sure that they've got no chance of stopping this bomb.
Black's going for the bomb. However, he's got to engage on the middle here, and Bread takes him down anyway, and that means that defuse is going to be done. And there we go. It is now 5-1 to Team Enigma. And I wouldn't. It'd be a 6-1 now, I believe. I mean, at the moment, that one kind of a little bit of a clutch there by one of the team from TEC. And it just seems like this Enigma team fantastic at search and destroy.
They are. Their strategy, their communication, their teamwork is absolutely on point. They make the kills they need to do. They have everything scouted out. When they make a decision, they do it as a team, and that is what wins you search and destroy. Number games work so well in search and destroy.
Certainly so. Now, on board with Enigma for the attack. Possibly the last round here. We jump on board with the man Wonder. Currently going 7-2. Sowers 10-2. And now there's actually someone in this area. Sees one. Can he get the second one? Yes, Crazy can. Actually decides, you know what, this round is ours. We're not ready to give up yet. Now, Sowers needs to try and make a pick with this knife rifle to bring it back a little bit even.
Yeah, this is all he can really do. They're at such a disadvantage in terms of numbers. If he can pick up a kill or two with the DSR, it could be very game-changing for them. He's spotted someone.
However, he's now got shots. Black managed to even up a little bit. 2 versus 3.
Well, they know that one person's at B, so they're going to try and switch things up a bit, see what they can do. Crazy still in that building, trying to pick up a kill on Black. He's going to be given away on the mini-map, and Sowers can try and pick up a kill. Doesn't make it happen. He's been forced to push in there. Crazy picks up the 3rd kill of the round, and then we're going to see Black pick up that kill on Robs, actually, but he's more than likely going to get challenged.
He is heavily damaged. However, there's a player that has managed to get past. Can Black pick up this kill? No! Gets shot from 2 different directions as TEC hold on by the fingertips. 5-2 at the moment to Enigma. We're going to go into another round.
Yep, Crazy picking up all 4 kills that round. Beautiful play by him, just holding down that building. Much better play from TEC, even if they were on the defense. It was a very well organized team effort there. As we go into 5-2 in Search and Destroy, just one more round for the Enigma lineup should see them through. And we've got to see what they do. Rob's still with that RCXD. I would imagine that they might make a delayed push to A.
This is a very fast push. Are they going straight down the middle, or are they going to A? Not really seen that many A pushes this time round.
So Bread picks up a kill. Sour's also picking
it's
up
now
a
4
kill.
versus 2 incredibly quickly. Enigma making their presence felt. And now it's all going to come down to Robs and Mello as Robs goes down. So it's Mello for the 1 versus 4. So his team do not lose this map and go 1 map further away from getting the Gfinity. Yeah. Now Mello, he's actually managed to flank round. Nobody has eyes on him. He might actually go plant the bomb here, but if he plants a bomb, he's going to send out a massive beacon. You watch all these arrows twitch round straight away.
Run, Mello, run!
There we go. Take it straight down.
Simple, cool, calm, collected. Picks up that kill. That's going to be the 6th round of the Search and Destroy to Enigma. That's going to be the 2nd map of the series to Enigma. It's 2-0. One more map will see them through to Gfinity's G2, and TEC will find their 3rd attempt to get here. Once again,
thoroughly rebuffed. I mean, look at the scores on that one. Sours played fantastic. Wonder played fantastic. This team's strength, you've got to say, is Search and Destroy. They took down Trick 6-0. They've taken down TEC 6-2. I'd be excited to see these guys play at Gfinity just to see what they can do on S&D on LAN against some of the best in the world.
Well, you've got to say that with the performance they're putting in right now, there's no reason why they can't go to G2 and put in an incredible performance against some of the best teams in the world. And they are putting on a world-class performance right now, especially in the Search and Destroy. Their hardpoint game is just as strong. Their CTF probably needs some work on. It wasn't the most convincing at games. I mean, it just wasn't a very well thought-out game, which is weird compared to how they played in the hardpoints in the Search and Destroys. So they have got time from now to G2 if they were to take this series to work on their capture the flag in preparation. But right now they're playing absolutely insane, and TEC just floundering. They don't really have the teamwork that I've seen them do in previous tournaments.
No, they don't. At the moment, you can say they're not having the best of games, and realistically, these teams do not want to let this go as we set up for the next one. And just making sure all the settings are right. I think that's pretty much right, and we should be ready to go. The teams, one of them just in Codcaster to make sure they can change around all their different tactics, get their score streaks correct. They usually, I think it's mainly they've got to change the score streaks. They've got to take off, a lot of people don't run Dead Silence in this. They make sure they've got all the things ready. More smokes will come out. Interestingly enough, smokes are a lot more prevalent in this Call of Duty than they have been in any Call of Duty before, and the reason for that is actually quite funny. The reason that smokes haven't been prevalent before in competitive Call of Duty is simply because if you had too many on one map, it caused the game to lag.
Yeah, I think
it'd have frame rate
it's
drops.
Also the fact that you get a lot of situations where you're at a long distance range, and the fact that your aim assist disappears when the smoke grenade is up is also a big factor. There's also the fact that in previous Call of Duties we haven't had the same type of game modes, which could also be an influencing factor into it. You never know, but there's just a lot of different options, and I think the pick 10 system's a great thing to have that just gives you that kind of
I am just going to check this.
freedom.
I'm all paranoid about the rules now. So I've checked them about 4 times. I'll check them once again just to make sure it's completely correct. Please feel free to just nudge me if I have got one of these 4,000 things you got to change.
Guys, if you are sitting there and you're waiting for this map to load up, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Gfinity, or like us on Facebook, Gfinity UK, and tell us how you are feeling about G2. Give us your predictions for who you think might win the entire thing. Any thoughts you have about it, feel free to let us know on those social medias. But we're going to start up this game. Stand off and capture the flag. This is the 3rd map of the series. Enigma currently 2-0 against TEC. The winner of this will get the final spot at Gfinity's G2.
I certainly will. Here we go. Potentially the last map in this series. It does seem like TEC have an awful lot of digging to do, so let's jump on board with them first of all. And we're going on board with Crazy, who has a really good set of games so far. You're actually going to be running the stock, the reflex, and the FMJ on his M8.
Interesting. A very, very strong setup. He's expecting some wall bangs. There's a great kill on Luke. Luke having a fantastic set of games so far.
This is an aggressive start by TEC.
Yep, and Sal's with a beautiful 2Bs. Can he get the third? No. Crazy shuts him down before anything gets rolling on his side. It looks like Crazy playing that role of the Slays, just trying to pick up kills. Bread shuts him down. Very surprising as he did get that first shot off, but it wasn't the most fantastic of connections there. And Luke answers back with a kill, and Mello answers back on him. Mello with the 2-piece. We've seen so many of those this evening. He's been playing so well. It'll be so heartbreaking for him once again to get foiled so close to the end. As we see Rob's just in the thick of it. He's actually just going to pass someone who's sitting on the outside. Very interesting play. Who is that? It looks like it might be Sowers, in fact. It is Sowers.
It's always going to be Sowers. Very careful. And he does manage to pick up that kill. And he's actually pulled it the correct way as well. Sowers knows his stuff about this game. And at the moment, if they can lock this down, Wonder kind of needed to make that. Sowers is now going to have to run into an enemy player coming through Kebab.
He knows that someone's there. He's just juking him as well. And there's the shutdown kill by Luke on Robs. That's going to be 1-0 for Enigma. So quick into the game. And they find themselves 1-0.
Sowers has always been a very clever player. You got to remember, he actually won the first ever LAN on Black Ops 2 back at I-Series, and he looks like he's going to be coming to Gfinity once again. He was at the last Gfinity actually with Unite.
They didn't have a counter pull.
Yeah, they are trying to counter pull. Yeah, Unite didn't have a great Gfinity at G1.
No, it was one of those. They had very close games, but it just seemed that on many occasions they couldn't get that extra bit to go over the finish line, despite the fact there were a number of games that you could have arguably said could have gone either way. But that's just how the cookie crumbles in the end. You either make it or you don't.
Most certainly do. Now Luke is actually playing very, very patient at the moment. He does seem...
He's doing what Sowers did. It seemed to work out for him, so let's see.
He's been there for a while now. This is an incredible amount of patience. And just about... And there we go. That's a player. Look at that!
Oh, no.
Did he... I think he saw him. Can he pick up this kill? No, didn't pick up the kill.
Embarrassed.
It's unfortunate there. I thought he was going to wait for so long. That flag is actually away, and that is bad news. All going wrong for Enigma very quickly. If Luke had managed to either pick up that kill or even not be seen there, he could have just been the ultimate sneaky beaver. But unfortunately not able to do it, as Joe Robs are on board with him as he ties it back up 1-1.
Yeah, Luke having such a great set of games, being so smart, making all the right decisions, doing all the right things. They're just really messed up badly. I don't know what he was thinking. I think he was trying to get a silent kill or let him go if he hadn't seen him. If he hadn't seen him, he would have been like, okay, nothing's there. Would have maybe continued running on past him or moved away. If a kill went down, he would have picked up the flag and carried on, and it would have been a great little play. But he did get seen, and he choked the kill badly, and it's cost his team quite dearly.
Certainly has. However, a lot of the Enigma lineup around this flag. Jump on board with one of them. Luke needs to make this kill, and he does. There's a second person up top trying to make the kill. However, he is actually just holding off because he knows he has people there in support. And now he's pulled the flag away. Oh, Bread and Black both picking up kills. Oh, come on! Managed to get the second one, but Wonder is there to run it home.
Down as well.
Oh, and he's got the right spawn. If they can lock this down,
that's got to be it. That's got to be a flag cap there. There's no way they're going to make this back.
Sowers getting one of the cut-offs.
Oh, maybe I spoke too soon.
Wonder should be able to do this. Sowers making one. Can he make the second one? Doesn't need to, as that flag is going in. 2-1 to Enigma now. And you know what? They are just getting the flag runs perfect.
Crucial kills in crucial places. Black doing fantastic there. Bread did a great job, and also the turn-on kill by Luke was sensational. Just beautiful play. It seems they've captured the flag game up. Still holes in their plans and their strategies, but it's a lot stronger than it was in the last series.
Certainly was. Now, Mello up top.
Picks up that kill.
Picks up one kill. He looks like he's going to just try and sweep a little bit before he goes for the next one. Can he get this kill? He can, and that flag is now going to be away. However, Luke, once again, the ninja himself. It's the second time he's been deep in enemy spawn. He is in a position to stop this now. He has boxes, he has the house ball. Going to pick up one, picks up two. There is a third person there. Can he get him? No, manages to get away. Going to challenge the third. Fantastic play. What a clutch there from Luke, because this is now going to change this game entirely if they can get the cut-off. Sowers rapidly getting back. He needs to check to his right now. There is a player going to come around the back of the building. Does he get this kill as well? He does. The flag is, however, down. There is a man there as well as Sowers picks up two, and that flag is going in. 3-1 to Enigma, and they can taste the invite already.
It was absolutely beautiful play by Luke there. So sneaky. He is like a ghost in that spawn. He picks up the unaware double kill. So crucial that was. Then almost challenged the third one. Managed to get away with it. Challenged it again. Smoke. Yeah. Challenged it again, picked up that kill, and he secured all four down for his team, and they made that pull, and he single-handedly made that flag cap happen.
He certainly did. And at the moment, looking like a 3-0.
Absolutely, it's been a great game so far, but we can't write out TEC yet. They are a fantastic team. They have come from worse deficits to surprise us in the past. Let's see what they've got to do now. But it is Sowers that does have that Hellstorm missile in his arsenal in case he does need to bring it out.
So he does now. Crazy up top. Oh, we're going to jump on board. We realise as he picks up the first kill, they need to be aggressive here. They need to go, you know what, we've got to throw caution to the wall, because if we don't do something in the next 5 minutes, we are going out and losing the last possible opportunity to get to Gfinity. And no, for nobody will it hurt more than these guys.
Absolutely, and we're just seeing Luke jump over. He's got a Hellstorm missile as well for his efforts earlier.
He's being sneaky again.
This might be a situation where he could think about dropping that Hellstorm just to make sure they don't pick this flag up.
However, it doesn't matter. Sowers is there. Can he pick up the second kill? Sowers desperately trying to, but no. Gets taken down. Robs has managed to get away. He is heavily tagged up. And we could be right here. We could see Luke. No, Luke goes on. You know what? I'm going to counter-pull it. We're quite happy to waste as much time as possible. Black is actually there to help his teammate.
Oh, bamboozled over the wall. Sowers with the lightning strike.
He's dropped as well. He's actually going for the return himself. Oh, actually gets the kill as well. And now it is up to Black to turn around and lock this down, because there is somebody coming down the back alleyway.
He's turned away at the wrong time as well, but that is not going to matter. That's 4-1 to Enigma. I don't know what it is, but they have picked up their capture the flag game all of a sudden. This sneaky beaver technique that they've got going on has worked out so well for them.
Like I said, what would have happened if this team had to play Horizon at the studio qualifiers? Because at the moment, they are decimating all the teams they are playing online here in this qualifier. And 2 of the teams they've actually taken out were 2 of the teams at the studio qualifiers.
We're actually going to see a pull from TEC, and here comes the Hellstorm. That should shut them down. Can he shoot
it? Oh no, it shut it down!
Oh,
he shut it down.
Oh,
they have
another one.
They have a spare.
What? They've got another one. That one's going to go for the wrong person as well. Absolutely bamboozled. Bread has got to make this clutch kill, and all 3 players of the TEC lineup are there trying to do something. TEC crazy with a beautiful 2-piece. Luke picks up a grenade kill. Can he stop them? He's just delaying that run, Luke, and realises going at it. Bread picks up the kill.
Oh, shooting the body Wonder. He says, do whatever you want, guys. We're still going to take this. And it looks like if they can get the cut-offs here, they might actually pull this flag away as well.
I think that...
Oh, challenges. Oh, it does seem like he's going to get away at the moment. Nobody really responds. Joe Robs is going to be the man that can stop him.
Oh, he's gone upstairs as well. That's a great play by him. Trying that turn on. Doesn't work out. What's he going to do? He's going to get shut down probably. What? Oh, no. He's managed to make an escape.
However, there is somebody there that could stop him. It is Luke, Black, and who is that last player? Sowers going to come around the back. Luke, everything going down. They've stopped him once again. Nothing is going TEC's way at the moment. They just can't catch a break as all the kills going to Enigma. And this looks like it's game over, as this could be the 5th flag run in for these guys. They have stepped up to another gear. They have put these teams to shame. And oh my goodness, 5-1 capture of the flag. I would put my house down right now that Enigma are coming to Gfinity.
Absolutely. Well, you want to take that bet?
Well, I'm trying to take a bet.
I was trying to take a bet. It didn't go so well for you, but I would have to agree with you. I'd also put my house down on that bet, because it's just looking so convincing from Enigma. I don't think you've got enough time realistically to put all those flags in unless it was relayed like a boss, 4 times just to save for a draw. Beautiful play from Enigma.
4 times for the draw. I'm having a quick look at the scoreboard now. Luke 20 and 11, the sneaky beaver himself. Mello 22 and 16 actually had a really good game. Joe Rob's not having a fantastic one, 10 and 16. But there we go. I mean, what more can you say about this? Enigma disqualified from the studio qualifiers, proved that they possibly could have taken it against Horizon here on the online qualifiers.
The only thing I have to say extra to this is the fact that Luke has been by far the MVP of this entire thing, and Enigma are definitely one team to watch out for at G2, because they are looking absolutely sensational.
They have some certainly strong games. Sowers, can he do this? No, he cannot. And I said he's just running out now, because he's definitely impossible for them to do anything. So let's just sit on this screen and watch the kills roll in.
Absolutely. It's been a great little series, and TEC at their 3rd attempt.
I think some of the Enigma have stopped playing. Well, Sowers certainly has.
Why not? It doesn't really matter, to be honest. But TEC, their 3rd attempt to this, once again, so close yet so far from reaching the
Where is Sowers? Oh, Sowers has actually now come back into the game.
He must have got a
and picked up a kill. He was like, I'll be back. I'm just going to go make a cup of tea. And he has come back into this one.
So we're going to see, once again, Sours and Black are coming back to Gfinity. Let's see if they can better their efforts from last time.
Yeah, didn't have a fantastic game last time, but they look very strong in this new lineup. And there will be your final scores. Currently 5-1 on the capture the flag.
Oh, dashboard.
3-0 overall. And there we go. There will be an invitation winging its way to that team. Enigma have qualified for that 16th spot. And no, it's not a spot for YouTubers, as a lot of rumours were going around, and I had to no comment earlier this week. We do have an actual top team that is going to come play, and that team will be Enigma.
Absolutely, and we now have all 16 teams confirmed for G2. 16 incredible teams confirmed for that tournament, and it's going to be a great occasion. I will be there, you'll be there, we'll all be there, and you can watch it online on this Gfinity channel. We will have all 4 groups streamed on the Saturday, and on the Sunday we'll have the one lone stream on Gfinity Alpha, and I believe we are going to throw it back to Martin. Brice, it's been a pleasure casting with you as always.
Pleasure casting with you and to be here once again.
And we will throw it over to Martin in the studio.
Thanks very much, boys. Great job, Trout. Great job, Brice. So there you go. It's Enigma. When we did the studio qualifier, the boys didn't get the opportunity because they were let down by one of the lads. But they've just proven that, you know, when you get a team together and you really play as well as they clearly can, that, you know, they deserve their place. So congratulations to everyone. Enigma, commiserations to the TEC boys and the other guys, but thanks very much for taking part. So now you know we've got our 16 teams. We'll be coming to you live over the next few days with the draw for the groups for G2 now that we've got the whole roster in place. So make sure you don't miss that. We'll make sure we're tweeting it out. We're putting the press releases on the website, etc., etc. We'll tell you and give you loads of notice as to when that will be. So don't miss that. If you want to see who your team will be playing against, don't miss that. So it's Enigma today that walk away with that final 16th spot at G2. We're only a couple of weeks away now from the event. It's shaping up nicely to be another cracker. Make sure you don't miss it. Follow us on Twitter at Gfinity, Facebook at Gfinity UK, and the website is gfinity.net. Thank you very, very much for joining us throughout the action. Thanks again to Brice. Thanks again to Trout for casting all the action. And we will see you very soon. Join us again.